What's up, y'all? Size matters. It always does. No, but actually, it does. It does. Some people might say it though. Size does matter. What's up, now, Brandon? I watched a video today from a specific individual. I'm sorry, bro, but that had to be the worst shit I've ever seen in my motherfucking life. Worst opinion. I ain't gonna say the person's name because they get a little bit feelings get a little bit hurt when you mention their name. So I ain't gonna mention the name. I'll just mention some shit in the video that I saw. But yeah, one of the worst takes I've ever seen in my goddamn life. On something. Oh Jesus Christ! Good Lord Almighty! Good Lord! Blind the shit out of myself. Good. Why are you flashing, motherfucker? What is wrong with you? All right. No, not Dino. Don't even try the guessing game. If you watch the other people on YouTube, you'll know who I'm talking about soon enough. But let's talk about other things right now. What's up, y'all? Woo, there we go. Got some light, guys. Ow, I see the light. Yeah. So how's everybody doing? How's everybody working? Because that's all you motherfuckers do. So how's everybody working? Since that's all you do anyways. Work. Because that seems to be you guys' favorite pastime. Work. Man, that's too bright. God damn. Had a good day overall. It was good. I can't complain. It was work. I can't complain. One bit. What's up with this? How about yourselves? Everybody else doing well? Cool. Yeah, so we'll give it a few minutes. I just want to say hello to everybody. How's everybody doing? This is probably going to ruffle some feathers for sure. What I'm about to speak on is probably going to hurt some people's fucking feelings. It is what it is. You guys know me. When I get in one of these situations, I speak my opinion, and we go from there. Don't take it personal. If you fall into this category, don't take it personal. But if you take it personal, it is what it is. I can't stop it. But yeah, what I'm about to speak on, because what I saw today was fucking. Like I said, I don't know if it's just pure ignorance or what, but it explains the situation of our country, how our country's kind of fucked up right now. These are the kind of opinions that fuck up the country, and why certain people, in my opinion, shouldn't be allowed to vote or speak on certain shit, because it shows why our country is so fucked up. So we'll give it a few more minutes, because I know I had it scheduled for 6. We'll get a few more minutes for some people to jump on in this motherfucker, see what's up. And why is my so you probably do, Walker. You probably do. Well, yeah, it just explains why our country's so fucked up right now. And in this leftist fucking mindset of these fucking people is the issue. So we're just going to go ahead and get into it. So let's start with some how should we say, some dictionary type shit. Some explanation on undocumented immigrant. No such fucking thing as an undocumented fucking immigrant. Okay, this is a leftist and a leftist media talking thing. They are illegal aliens. Not undocumented fucking immigrants. They aren't fucking immigrants. They're fucking illegal aliens. So when you guys speak on this shit, speak on it using the proper terms. Okay, illegal alien, not undocumented immigrant. Let's get that fucking straight. Okay, maybe if you guys start using the proper language instead of this leftist bullshit that you brainwashed motherfuckers want to listen to, maybe this would help with the situation. Illegal aliens, not fucking undocumented immigrants. Let's get it fucking straight. Starting there. Let's get that started. ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement. ICE, immigration, let's listen to it. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. That means they enforce immigration laws and custom laws. So when we come on YouTube, talk about, oh, ICE is doing all this crazy shit. ICE is doing their fucking job. That is their fucking job. Immigration and Custom Enforcement. So when we come on YouTube, once again, say, oh, they're going crazy, they're doing this. They're doing their fucking job, what they are fucking paid for. They're just not going out there because they have nothing better to do with their fucking time. They're going out there doing what they were charged to do by the president of the fucking United States, which is their fucking job. Because the last 4 years, your shitty ass leftist piece of shit president, Sleepy Joe, didn't do his fucking job, which allowed them to do their fucking job. Now they're out there because they got a president backing them doing their fucking job. So when we say, oh, they're going into meat packing plants, they're going into fucking Home Depots, scooping people up, they're doing their fucking job, which is taking care of the illegal alien problem, not undocumented immigrant problem, illegal alien problem. They're not supposed to be here. They're doing their job. So they can go wherever the fuck they want, where there is illegal aliens, and do their job to remove them from our fucking country, which they are paid to do. Okay? I know that's hard for some of you to fucking hard for you to believe because you want to suck the tits of this leftist ass piece of shits, but that's what it is. That's what their fucking job is. So learn to use the proper terms. Illegal, just like it's illegal to go to the store and steal. Just like it's illegal to rob people. Just like it's illegal to drive without a driver's license. Just like it's illegal to beat up on your old fucking lady. It's illegal to come into this fucking country without doing it the proper way. Illegal. Not undocumented. It ain't undocumented when you rob somebody. It ain't undocumented when you beat up your wife. It's illegal. Same with the fucking same with these fucking aliens continuing to come over the border. It's illegal aliens. The key word, illegal. ICE. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Law enforcement. They're enforcing the laws against illegal aliens coming into this country. Why is that so fucking hard for you leftist pieces of shit to fucking understand? That we come on YouTube talking about, oh, they go crazy. I'd rather have, and that's another thing I fucking heard. Really? Really? This particular individual said they'd rather have this person, an illegal alien, picking their fucking tomatoes. So what are you saying? You rather have illegals being paid under the fucking table for fucking what meant the pennies on the dollar in wages so you can have your fucking tomatoes? What kind of leftist bullshit is that? What kind of leftist bullshit is that? That's what you want. You rather have that person, except, oh, but you rather kick out a fucking non-tipper. Oh, let's kick out let me tell you something about the non-tippers. They're American citizens, aren't they? They have the right as American citizens not to tip your ass on their fucking McDonald's order. But you're talking about kicking them out of the country, but you'll allow the illegal alien to pick your fucking tomatoes. You allow that, which means to me that as long as they're out there picking those tomatoes so you can get them cheaper under the table for pennies on the dollar and wages, you're fine with that? You support that? What kind of shit is that? What kind of shit is that? That you support that? And I'm tired of hearing this tired ass excuse. Oh, they do the jobs Americans don't want to do. Bullshit. Bullshit. They do the jobs Americans want to get paid to do properly. They want to have insurance at their jobs. They want to do it properly. So let's get that fucking straight. There's plenty of Americans that will go out and pick your fucking tomatoes, but they want to do it at a decent wage and have protections for their jobs, not being paid under the table, sending all their money back to where they should technically be in the first fucking place. They want to build houses. They want to get paid for the labor, a reasonable rate for their labor, not under the fucking table, once again, sending their money somewhere else where they should technically be. So quit using that tired ass excuse, oh, they'll do jobs that Americans don't want to do. Bullshit. There's plenty of Americans out there doing those type of jobs. So quit using that tired ass fucking excuse, because it makes you look fucking stupid. But that has got to be the worst fucking opinion or take or anything on this fucking bullshit. You sat there talking about, oh, why are we deporting illegal aliens? We should be deporting criminals, murderers, rapists. No, we should. See, that's another thing with you lefties. No, you should take, instead of deporting those type of fucking individuals, you take them out back after their sentence and you set them, you give them what they deserve like a rabid dog. That's what you do with rapists and murderers. That's what they deserve. Taken out back and treated like a rabid dog and put down. Not fucking deported so we can have Martha picking, illegal Martha picking our fucking tomatoes. What the fuck is wrong with some of you fucking people? Dead ass. Dead ass. That you would say some shit like that. Talking about they're going in. Yeah, they're going in and doing their fucking job. Removing the illegal aliens that your fucked up president for the last 4 years allowed to come in here. Granted, this has been an issue for the last 40 years, but guess what? We got a president now that said enough is a fucking enough. Get them the fuck out. And that's what's happening. It's another thing. Don't come on here sitting here, oh, they contribute to this fucking country. They don't contribute shit to this country. Let me tell you something. Look it up. These are statistics. A lot of you don't know what statistics are because you don't fucking look them up. But I looked up statistics. 50 to 75% of fucking illegals pay taxes. That's a huge, and that's only on payroll taxes and shit of that nature. That's not including all the ones that are working under the table that don't pay taxes. But that total amount of money equals up to maybe $66 billion. And that's 50 to 75%. That's a huge difference when it comes to that. Huge difference. So it could be 50% illegals are paying taxes. That means another 50% aren't. And that's just payroll taxes. That doesn't mean all the shit under the table that we know they don't pay taxes on. $66 billion. But let me tell you something. Last year alone, America paid over $157 billion in giving illegals free shit. So they aren't contributing jack shit to this country. They are sucking our resources in our fucking country. And you don't seem to understand that. Because maybe we have a soft spot because we're Hispanic. So we have a soft spot for it. But I don't have a soft spot. I don't have a soft spot. I love all people. I don't have a care. Do it the right fucking way. And that's what everybody, even if you go on the TikTok and other platforms, even the Hispanic people are saying, doing it the right way. Do it the right way. Black people are saying, do it the right way. White people are saying, do it the right way. Oriental people saying, do it the right way. Everybody's in agreement. Do it the right way and get the fuck out if you don't want to do it the right way. The whole country signed up for this. So to sit here and say, well, I'd rather have Martha picking my fucking illegal Martha, by the way, illegal Martha picking my tomatoes. Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. You are part of the problem. You are part of the problem. That's why certain people should not be allowed to vote and should not be fucking speaking on shit because of shit like that. So don't go fucking saying that fucking people are racist because they want shit done the right way. You got all these protests out here crying, waving an American, waving the Mexican fucking flag instead of the American flag. They love Mexico. They love Mexico. So they should have no problem with ICE picking them up and sending them right the fuck back to Mexico. That is disrespectful as fuck. And for people like you to sit back and enjoy and like stick up for that kind of shit is fucking ridiculous. Being a fucking American. No American should be happy to see that kind of bullshit. American flags being burnt while other countries' flags are being waved. That's ridiculous. No American should be into that. Every American should be outraged about that, especially the Hispanics and other immigrants, not illegal aliens, but actual immigrants that did it the right way. They are even pissed off at it because that's fucking ridiculous. They did everything they did the right way to be here to get the American dream, but yet people like you support these fucking illegal aliens coming in and doing it the wrong fucking way. And then you come on YouTube, let me spread my opinion about it. Your opinion was fucking retarded and ridiculous. Period. Especially when you said you want illegal Martha to pick your fucking tomatoes. That was impressive to me. That was really fucking impressive. Let me get something to drink. I'm getting a little parched. All right, let me say hello to other people. Sorry, I kind of got on a tangent there. Let's say hello to people. Hey, how you doing? Oh, you want the link? Okay, Robert. Yeah, I was going to put the link up. So if you guys want to come up, we can all talk about this. Since we all are Americans, we can all talk about this. But there's a link. So but let's say hello to everybody. We got Jackie in the house. We got Brandon in the house. We got Walker. Mike, how you doing? Pete, how you doing? First time I've seen that in here. How you doing, Pete Corolla? How you doing? Xander, what's up, my friend? How you doing, boss man? How you doing? Let's see who else we got. Hot Facts. What's up? What's up? What's up, Mike? I already said hello to Mike. Mike, don't care. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. Hey, Dennis, what's up? Yeah, it's bullshit. To even see that today fucking fired me the fuck up. I couldn't wait to do this live stream when I see shit like that. Oh, it's my opinion, my ass. Opinions like that should stick to yourself. You're a part of the problem in our fucking country with shit like that. When you're actually willing to go on here and say you would love to have an illegal alien picking your fucking fruits, yeah, you really, bro. Come on, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck is going with some of y'all's fucking minds, but come on, man. Come on, dude. You got to be joking. Or I'd rather get rid of the non-tippers. Non-tippers are trash, but they earn the right. They're actually American citizens. They can earn the right. What's up, Reese?
I'm on, I had to go ahead and get me a new device to make sure I can get up and speak some stuff. I'm here, and there's a lot of mixed signals going on that people got to be able to pay attention to. People got to understand that this land that we say that we have here, there were blacks coming over to this land before the slave trade. Native Americans were here before Christopher Columbus. Mexicans were here before everything. Without all of those people, this land would not be what it is. So to try to set up boundaries and borders and say that this is what it is, and then you go ahead and get radical, that's going to make some issues happen.
We got to
understand we gotta. What I'm talking about is realness in life.
The realness is this country was founded by the white people. It was founded.
No, this country was not.
Yes, it was. Yes,
the
it
term
was.
It
was the white settlers that came over here and took care of this country.
My mom, and that's how they came up with the term motherfucker. They needed. All right. Put it like this: when they went into South Africa, and sir, I hope you're listening to this. When they went into South Africa, they went in with the British there and had to try to give them guns. They did all that mass killing and they did everything. The country was not built upon Christopher Columbus. He didn't discover anything because it was already here. The white man did not discover anything and make it the way it is. They killed 1 million buffalo.
Bro, what are you talking about? The white people settled this fucking country.
It was already settled. It was already settled. Okay, they had to come.
Who won the? No, let's know some history, bro. Let's know the history. The Mexicans took the part of fucking the United States, that is the United States now, from the Native Americans.
It was already here. They did not speak Spanish, Roy. The language that they spoke was not Spanish. Spain is in Europe from the white man.
Once again, you're not listening.
I'm listening, and I know. I know for a fact.
The Hispanic and Mexicans took
the white man would not know how to do any crops, how to grow land. The white man said, let's stand in front of each other and let's shoot at us, and then we die. They were getting killed with real combat.
Dude, you ain't even listening to what I'm saying. The Hispanics or Spaniards or
the
whoever.
Hispanics have been here, man. They have been here.
The Mexicans.
My kids are a generation,
bro. I'll kick you off. I'll kick you off. Don't cut me off. I give you opportunity to speak.
Roy, this is where we gonna talk about the real shit.
No, you don't want to let other people speak. No, you don't want. I let you speak. Let me speak.
You didn't let me speak. I had to click in on your show.
What are you talking about? I'm letting you speak while you're up here. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, but you want to cut me off. All you white people out there in the chat, why don't y'all pay attention to some real shit? I'm the only person out there on the front line. Ain't nobody else out there except for Reed.
What the fuck does that got to do with anything? The fuck's that got
that has to do with everything. All y'all want to have something to say, but don't want to get out there and talk. I'm the motherfucker out there.
Talk about what? I don't need to talk to a bunch of fucking illegal aliens that don't belong in my fucking country.
All right, man. Just like the dude yesterday. He said that, yeah, you serve in our country, but I don't respect you because your family were here as immigrants. But he's fighting and he served.
What you don't understand is the Hispanics and Mexicans, the part that they said that they owned, they took that from the Native Americans, which means they came in and conquered the Native Americans. They were
for that. Saying the Native Americans, the Aztecs, and all them, they were all same people. They all lived together.
They came up here and took the land from the Native Americans in war. Just
they did not take no land. That's why Incas and Aztecs, they were here and they have been part of this land together.
Okay, you tell respectfully. Me what was the Mexican-American War? What was that?
That was a white man coming over to say, Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. No, that's not what it was. And Daniel Boone, that's not what it was. Disney made that shit.
I'm asking you what
that's not what it was. They came over here to take away land that they did not have.
No, they came and took the land, just like when they want a land that they do, they take it. Just like every South American country.
That's what white people do. They conquer and destroy, and they rape and pillage. Let's get down to the fact.
Oh, let's get down to the fact. 52% of violent crime is done by black people. Who's raping and pillaging?
I'm not talking about per capita. White people are here, and they are the majority. Let's talk about the total numbers.
Yeah,
not per capita.
And you're one of the minorities.
You cannot go against. You cannot go against.
You are 7% of the United. 7% of the United States
They
population.
told me yesterday
black
that my
males,
grandfather was lucky
black
that my
males,
family were the first black
like
to
I
attend
said,
Linwood High School. We were
7%,
lucky. We wasn't lucky.
7%,
We went in there and put our foot down and said, "Come fuck with us."
7% of the population, which is black males, commit 52% of the violent crime in this country.
Oh my goodness! So now, Roy, so you're about to say you're
So don't
racist
talk
now
about
on
white
national
people.
TV?
Don't talk about white people raping and
I'm
pillaging
talking about the white people. My last name Reese is not my last name. My last name is here from a white man who raped someone who was a black woman.
What does that have to? What is?
My last name is not my last name. A white man. I have a white man's last name.
Okay.
He raped someone in my family. My surname is not what it is.
Okay. First of all, your slavery shit has nothing to do with what we're talking
It
about.
has to do with everything, just
No,
like
it
the
does
white
not.
dude who I
No, it
filmed.
does not.
Everyone wants
No, it
to
does
go
not.
ahead
Hey,
and
if you have a
say, but I
problem,
was
hey,
there
how about
filming
this?
and asking the
How about
question.
this? How
He
about this,
said
Reese?
we want a white
How about this?
America. White
How about
America would
this,
not
Reese?
exist.
How
They
about
bombed
this,
our
Reese?
planes and
How about this,
everything.
Reese? How about Reese? If you're so upset that a white man, you have a white man's last name, why don't you fly to Africa and find the tribe that hunted down your ancestors
Roy,
and
now
sold
you
them
getting
over there?
into some
How about that?
stupid shit. I
How about
cannot
that?
fly into Africa because when I told the dude, let's get into mutual combat, the white man said, no, you'll whoop my ass.
Hey, sorry, but your African people sold you to the
Nah,
white man
no,
over here.
I
So,
am not African American. I am American African. Let's go ahead and get that shit straight. All of my people have been put here. We got light skin here because of what they raped and pillaged. Then they stole and they killed a million buffalo from Native Americans. And they had to do the same shit with the Mexicans. White man does not control everything.
What do you control?
I'm still your friend, Roy. I'm still your friend, Roy. I'm still your friend. I'm still your friend. So people out there listening,
Reese.
What I'm talking about has absolutely nothing to do with blacks and what happened to black people. Has nothing to do with it.
Is this Brandon up here? What's up, man?
It has to do with illegal aliens coming over this country illegally. We have laws. Okay, back in the days that you're talking about, there weren't laws. What?
What does he control though? Like Reese, you saying control, white man controls stuff, but what do you control?
The white man controls. They took away our control. No. They took away Black Wall Street. They took away from us being able to have our house. No, let me go ahead and talk. Let me go ahead and talk, and then you can rephrase your question.
I don't need to rephrase. I'm asking you.
I'm not Dennis. I'm not the idiot asshole black dude that gets up there and speaks. I am not him.
You are. You're actually doing it right now. Why
no, man.
Dude,
you guys made us. You guys made the mulatto. You guys did all of that with everything. You guys.
Who the fuck is you? Guys? Like,
who did everything and came over, and we are not British.
Okay. White people that own black slaves, having sex with slaves, creating a mixed race of people, that still has nothing to do with illegal aliens coming into our country. It has nothing to do with it.
You came over and stole their land. You wouldn't even know how to crop or do anything.
We didn't steal their land. We took their land over, just like any other.
All right, enough said. You took the land over. Enough said.
When Persia took over Greece, when Persia took over half.
Let's talk about Persia. Let's go to the original black man. That's why I played Jane Elliott. That's why I played Jane Elliott. Jane Elliott puts it out there. Sub-Saharan black women put everything on this earth.
Reese, you're not even getting the point. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that.
So what do you control, Reese?
Great question. I don't control anything because I have been held captive for all these years.
That's not true. I'll tell you
what it is true. It is true. It is true.
Your speech right now, you talking all this caca, right? So the fact that you have a home and family, you can control that. You can control how much money you bring in and how much money you spend. You have a lot of control, man. I don't understand why
I don't
you're
have
saying
that
white man has
control. My
control of you.
family was the first black family inside of the woods. We don't control shit.
Okay.
We were the first
Accurate.
black family in the woods. Linwood. Go ahead and do your research.
You have a lot
who
of
is
control.
currently holding Reese captive?
Right. Who? I really would like to
The
know that.
white man and the
What's his
Freemasons,
name,
all
man?
of them
Like,
people that
that
go
one
ahead and
white
kill, pillage, and everything.
What's that one white dude's name? Let's find him.
What has white man? What white man has held Reese back? What white man is holding Reese back? Does Reese get the
Every
vote?
white
Yes.
man that even
Reese-
that even when I was up there with the guy, he was like, "Oh, your speech impediment is there because my white people don't have anything wrong with us." He even said that, and I got that on film.
I don't care what the
And
fuck some
you get
fucking
butthurt rather than
racist
laugh
people-
about it.
Why
I
are
would
you
laugh
why
at
you
it.
trying
I
to
get
why you trying to
butthurt
say
rather than
why
laugh
you- why
about
you-
it. Be
why
bad.
you
You are the
trying-
dude
why-
that lets Dennis talk the most shit and says everything, and then you get up here and want
Yo,
to and then
DJ,
want to talk shit.
DJ's
Let's go
right
ahead and
there.
get this shit right. And Dennis,
DJ
you better not click this
and
link
I,
because I'll fuck your
we
ass up
bump
too.
heads because of
We're
entertainment.
trying to have
But
a
other than
civilized
that,
conversation.
we
That's
cool.
what we're trying to have.
Yeah, Roy, me and you are good. We having this. We just having you hearing me turned up. Roy, we are good. Understand
Yeah,
that we are good.
You're being turned up about. If you want to have a discussion about the other shit, that's fine. This is about illegal aliens entering our country.
Yeah,
That's
but
not-
the illegal aliens, Roy, have been here. Motherfucker, the white people
exactly.
have them as motherfucking slaves, as maids. Come and clean our shit. Come and
I
do
said-
this.
and if
Motherfucker,
you
you go
listen-
ahead and do that shit yourself.
If you listen to what I said earlier, this shit's been going on for a good 40, 50 years because we've
Before
allowed it.
40 or 50 years, Roy, it's been going on for a lifetime.
Whatever. It's been allowed to happen. But now we have a
It's
president
not
that
been
doesn't-
allowed to happen. Motherfuckers can't go over nowhere else because they get their ass whooped.
So, Reese, like, do you really feel like you will never be something because of that one unnamed white man in life?
No, I will always be who I am, and don't you ever say that outside of your mouth ever
Say
again.
what?
I am who I am. Don't you ever say that again. I
Say
have
what?
never felt like that. I am not your friend Dennis. Let's go ahead and take that back.
Well, if you
Rephrase
say
Like,
your
what you gonna
shit.
do about it,
No,
though? I just asked you a question.
let me
No,
ask you,
rephrase
I'm
your
not-
shit.
Nah, man,
Rephrase
ask
your
the friend.
shit.
You
Rephrase your shit. I'm not Dennis, motherfucker. I am
What
not
you
that
gonna do?
bitch
Just
ass
say
motherfucking
words.
beta
Ooh, you're
male
scaring me,
who
but
has said that
behind
you
your
can't do
behind your
anything.
camera.
No,
oh
no,
my
no,
God.
no. You can go ahead and say all that shit. I am not him. Rephrase your shit. Talk
No,
to
I
me
just
like a
asked-
man.
I'm
I
going to
asked you a
rephrase
straight-up
it.
question,
I'm
bro.
going to rephrase it.
Roy,
You see,
Roy, can
No,
you
I'm
go ahead and
going
rephrase
to
it, Roy?
Yes. You say that you're Robert Reese, you are your own man, you do this, but yet 10 seconds ago you said the white man controls you. So which one is it? The white man?
No,
that's
the
controlling
white
you or
man
Reese?
tried to control. They don't want me to be who I am. They don't want me to be who I am.
Who said that? What white man is
They
held Reese
said
back?
that, and that's what they put in place.
Reese can walk the streets without have any worry about being hung, shot, anything crazy like that. Reese has the ability to make all the money Reese wants.
Hell
Reese
no,
has-
Roy. I gotta walk down these streets and motherfucking be thinking that I'm gonna be hung, snatched up, and lynched.
Then why don't you move? Like, if you that word.
I can't move out of America. They brought me here, Beavas.
So you really think you can go anywhere in this country, you're gonna get lynched? You
Do I
really
think
believe
that? I know
That's
for a fact,
wild.
man. I am from. Man, slap yourself 88,000
You
times.
are a
Roy
character,
let his
homie.
Alexa
You're not
say
making
shit right
you're
now.
not making any sense. You're telling me
I am making sense. Motherfucker, I am here. I am here. Beavas
okay.
will not be saying this shit to my face. The next
how
white
old
man
is
will not be
bullshit?
saying
I
it to my
fucking
face.
will
His
because
ass
that
will
shit
be
is
marked out.
funny as hell.
How
You
old
really
are you,
believe that?
Reese? Reese, you're what, 42, 43, right?
I'll be 43 June 26th.
Okay, in these 43 years of your life, how many white people have tried to attack you and lynch you and hang you from a tree?
Oh my goodness. Do you really want to give those the numbers? So
Yeah,
many.
I want to hear about how many
So
times it's
many.
happened.
All right, man. Look, I have been walking down the street and have happened to deal with this shit. I am in California.
Why don't you
All right,
move?
D-Baz, you do not understand the watch
Nothing's holding
riots
you
and
back.
everything. I have to deal with everything. I have to go ahead and deal with this shit. And
Here's
then
logic for
I
you,
got
Reese.
my kids who are fucking mixed, and we have to go ahead and go through this
tell you
shit.
some logic.
I
Reese.
am here standing up against everything.
If I lived in a place where people was talking down
You
on
can't
me and
live
made
in a
me
place
feel
like
less
that
of a
because your
person,
skin is what your
I
skin
would
is.
leave that area because that area
You
is not
cannot
doing me
leave
any
the
benefit.
area, motherfucker. We are
Yes, you
here.
can. You can leave. You can literally go from California
my
to
Davey,
Oregon, and
Davey
Oregon
Crockett, king
will
of the
treat you
wild
better than they
frontier.
do in California.
This motherfucker right
And
here,
if
just like
Oregon's
the
not
white
giving
dude was
you
saying that
what
my
you
family is
need,
part Lebanese,
move to
but he's out there
Montana
saying all that Trump shit.
and just keep moving east
Okay,
until you get to a spot where you feel like you belong.
So because you ran across some racist
Brandon,
ass,
give me some Shaka Zulu
hold
tag.
on a second. So hold on a second, because you ran across some
He out there
racist,
smiling.
hold on a
Nigga, I'll
second.
knock your ass
Hold on a
out.
second, because you ran
Okay.
across some racist
Sure.
trash white guy. You
You're the one
gotta put
complaining
that on
people talk
everybody.
to
We're all
We
racist
were the
white
first
trash.
black family to go ahead to move into where the white people are.
You're not answering my question. Because you ran into a
They did not want my grandfather to have a license to buy and sell guns because he's black.
And you complaining about this changes what, Reese? What does it change?
Why are we living in the past? That has nothing to do with the illegals.
Because you motherfuckers want to live in the past. You want to live in the past and say this past that shit.
I'm not living in the past. This is currently happening this is currently happening right now. This ain't living in the past.
Man, all the Asians and everything run this country. China runs our shit. Ain't nobody saying nothing about them. The white man is gonna be the white man. The conqueror and destroyer of the whole fucking everything. Let's go ahead and get back to the basics here.
If it wasn't for a white man, would you still be a slave?
I'm a slave now.
You can read the slaves. It's wild.
I'm a slave now. I've been a slave for a long time. And
like
everyone doing gig work is a slave. Brandon, you don't know shit. You are Dennis's best friend. So shut your ass up.
You chose that, man. You chose to be stuck.
I didn't choose anything. I chose to be a 1099 to run my own shit.
About to be 43 and life is so hard.
But you're not a slave. You get paid for what you're working. You get to work when you want. You get all that. Yeah, that's not what slaves didn't get. What you got. So
Brandon up here talking all type of nonsense. Roy, I would rather talk to you over him.
Your own choices make you feel like you're a slave, bro. You got to make better choices.
Your own choices with you. You sitting up here trying to be all friendly, bully, dully, and fucking your black dude then pushed you under the bus. I don't even like him. So don't even use that shit to come out and talk to me.
Dude,
you don't know about minutes.
Let me get an answer.
Nigga, shut your ass up, cuz.
Let me get an answer to my question. Let me get an answer to my question. Reese, answer to my question. Reese, answer to my question. Because you came across some racist white trash asshole, you got to project that on all white people now?
I project that on the white people who spew his same nonsense.
Okay, have I spewed his nonsense?
Roy, when I talk to you on one-on-one, you are Roy. Stop it, Roy. Roy, stop that. Stop that, Roy. I'm not talking about me and you one-on-one.
It doesn't matter. Do I come up here spewing?
I'm not talking about me and you one-on-one. But what you do, you say some shit that is racist when we are on one-on-one. But I'm not going there.
What racist stuff do I say?
You say some shit, Roy.
You gotta bring me up as a racist. Let's bring it out. Roy.
No, Roy.
No. Don't call me a racist.
You have said your shit. All right, Roy. You have said your shit here out loud. So I'm only going upon what you have said out loud. When me and you speak one-on-one, we speak one-on-one. I am your friend.
What have I said
I'm not
out
going
loud?
against you.
What have I said out loud on here that's racist?
the things that you have said that the other people won't go ahead and go against you for. So I'm gonna leave that alone.
No, if I've said it on this platform, you can
Roy,
speak on it.
me and you
So
are
I'm
good.
asking you.
Roy, me and you are good. I'm not
No,
going
don't
there.
come up here. Don't ever come up here and call
No,
me a fucking
Roy,
racist.
they ain't gonna get that out of me, and they ain't gonna get that out of you. The things that you are saying and things that about what you are putting out there right now. Some
That's
will
not
say
racist.
that Roy. Some might say that Roy might be racist.
They can say
I'm
whatever the
not
fuck
going
they want.
into all that.
They can say whatever they want, but because
That's
I
for
feel,
them,
well,
Roy.
no,
That's
wait
for
a minute.
them, not for me.
I don't give a
That's
fuck
for
what they
them,
think.
not for me.
Me expecting our country to come into our country legally.
Brandon,
is not
do
me
you get what
being
I'm saying,
racist.
Brandon? That's
not
for
being
them, not for me. I will never go against Roy because me and Roy have real conversations. We actually
Dude, I
speak.
have no idea
We
what
act.
you're
We act.
spewing,
We
bro.
actually speak.
I don't understand whatever you're saying that has to do with anything that Roy's talking about. You just came up here talking about slavery. Like,
No,
how
I
does
did
that
not just come up
pertain
here, man.
to
And if that's what
illegal
you think,
immigration?
shame on you.
That's,
Illegal immigration is one
you didn't
thing.
talk anything about illegal immigration. You went to my
Illegal
family is this,
immigration. All right, Brandon,
slaves,
be
white
bad.
man. Like, you didn't say
Be
anything
bad.
about illegal immigration.
Illegal immigration is one thing, but being here because you are here legally is a different thing.
That's not what Roy was talking about. Dude, are you good? Like, are you comprehending what was been said? Like, do you need to sit down and like collect your thoughts? Because you're not making
No,
any sense right now.
Whenever I just got back from them fixing my phone, whenever I see my name Reese up, I'm gonna go ahead and speak.
What the
Okay.
fuck, bro? You on
No,
methadone, bro?
all right, Roy. He don't know that. Roy, he don't know that I have to fix my phone and go and do all this other shit. He does not know.
Okay,
So I
what does that have to
literally
do?
just got all my shit fixed, and then when I clicked on, I saw that my name was put up there, and then my name was in, and then I came up here and spoke. That is what I'm on.
Who put your name on here?
So Brandon, whatever you're talking about, I had no idea, but I would like to know what it is that you were speaking about.
No, I'm trying to figure out what you're speaking about because this was about a certain other person and their opinion regarding illegal immigration, and that's why I brought this up. To limit
All right,
illegal
so
immigration.
See, so therefore, now about illegal immigration.
Hold on,
Now,
bro. How do you have a straight face, Roy? How the fuck do you have a straight face right now? This guy's like tripping balls. Some mushrooms.
because the reason why Roy has a straight face is because we speak every day. He
Okay, but that's
understands what
still
I'm saying.
but that's still not answering my question. I'm having a discussion about illegal immigration. What does that have to do with
Illegal immigration? Most white people with illegal immigration, they are here illegally themselves.
How do you figure?
Because they are not here because
We settled this country. What are
you have not
talking about?
settled shit. You ain't
We
settled
settled
shit.
this.
You can't settle
We
shit
came
without
We
the
came
other
from
people.
we came from other countries and settled colonies here in this country. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, the white man came and conquered and did everything, and this land is not your land. And I don't. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California, all that bullshit is bullshit.
Land is conquered consistently throughout the world every goddamn day. So just because the white man came over here, set up colonies, and ended up taking the land from the natives through war or whatever the case may be, that's how all countries have, throughout centuries or since the beginning of man, have conquered other countries. It's normal process.
But the white man can't take credit for anything. They have to slaughter 1 million buffaloes because they didn't know how to do no shit.
Okay, I don't know what the fuck slaughtering the buffalo has to do with illegal immigration, but it is.
All right, well, go look at it.
No, I don't need to know what happened fucking 400, 500, 600 years ago. That has nothing to do with what's happening now in present day. Has nothing to do with it. The thing is, we
Roy,
came over
can
here
I,
settled
Roy,
colonies.
can I call you every day? Roy, can I call you every day?
You do call. We call
Let's
every
just
day.
after this.
Yeah, why not? What the fuck you talking about?
All right. And do we speak every day and when we need to talk?
Yeah.
All right. So now let's talk about some real shit. All of this shit is nonsense. Am I right?
What is nonsense? Illegal immigration is nonsense?
Everything he
Oh,
said
my
up to this
goodness.
point is nonsense.
What's nonsense? What's nonsense? What's
B-Baz,
nonsense?
go hang with Dennis, man. Go hang with Dennis, man.
Thanks, Jackie. Once again, what's nonsense? Illegal immigration, is that nonsense to you?
It's not illegal. The motherfuckers were here before we were here.
It is illegal. We have laws in place that says you cannot cross this border illegally. You have to go through the proper channels to be an immigrant of this country legally. So when you jump the fences to come here illegally, it's illegal. That's why there's laws against it. Just like Mexico has laws against illegal Americans staying in their country. They get deported back to the United States. All countries have immigration laws which do not allow you to just go wherever the fuck you want and stay wherever the fuck you want. So why is it America illegal immigration laws or laws in general? Why is that not?
Because America goes ahead and uses all these people and then goes ahead and say that you cannot be here.
Bro, what the fuck are you saying?
Okay, not every
What
American
the fuck am I
uses
saying,
these people.
bro?
Not everybody
Shut
uses
your
these
bald head ass up.
Yes, there are.
You ain't out here on the front lines like me.
There are people out
Oh
there
my
that
gosh,
break the law.
you're a veteran. Wow, look at
Yeah,
you.
there are people out there that break the law that are using unfair labor practices and taking advantage of these people. Yes, there is that. But not all Americans support that. So I don't know why you feel all Americans
Yeah,
support that.
but there is a whole bunch of Americans, Roy, that support that. As long as you admit that, we're all the way good.
Well, I don't know if you say a large group of Americans support that, but yet a large group of Americans voted for a president that said he was going to get rid of it. So if we all support it,
they're all Freemasons and they all want to go ahead and make sure that the kids get raped and pillaged and all the sexual shit goes in there too. They're all on the same side with that shit.
Wow. Can I speak on this illegal immigration stuff?
Yeah, hell yeah, that's what it's about.
Sweet. So
he said, "Wow." He don't want to speak about the realness though.
Dude, whatever you're on, send me a copy or like.
I'm on real life, man. I'm on real life. The Bilderbergs and all of them.
I wish I could be as delusional as you right now. So for the legal immigration section of the things that you were saying, Roy, I agree with everything you're saying. Like these people who are illegal, who have crossed the border illegally, who have overstayed their visas too. Those are things too. Who have just broken the laws to get here and passed up the people who actually legally tried to come in here need to go back. And that's just across the board. There are some exceptions where I would be a little lenient, are the ones who were babies when they got here and now they're adults. They should have some type of amnesty for them because it wasn't their fault that they're there. They didn't make that choice. They were kind of brought into it.
Yeah, but they have also had the opportunity since they've lived here, since they've turned 18, 19, 20 to fix that problem if they were really worried about that.
That's where this DACA program came in, right? Gave them a path to citizenship by means of using the work visa program. Now, that program has been very controversial because it was passed through executive order and not through Congress. So a lot of problems with that. I think, yes, they should look into those people that are here, that were here as babies and they didn't have a choice, or they were born here. You know, they didn't choose this. So the parents messed up.
The motherfucker was calling all of them anchor babies yesterday. Motherfucker, go ahead at least the fucking motherfucker that was out there was saying, say anchor babies. Say anchor babies, man. Don't go out here and fucking spew all that nonsense.
The hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about the shit that you ain't talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about. All I'm saying
You
is
ain't talking
there
about the
should
real
be.
shit.
I'm talking about the stuff that the law needs to go ahead and fix for certain groups of the immigrants that are here who did not have a choice and they're here because their parents brought them here and they're part of that illegal immigration chain. They should
What
have
you are talking
something
about
to go
are
forward
anchor
to help
babies.
them
You
because
are
they didn't
saying
have that
anchor
choice.
babies. You are saying
I'm
anchor
explaining.
babies.
You want to
People
give
that
it a
are being
term.
taken out of graduations,
You want to
and you
give
don't
it
even
a
know what
term,
to
Reese.
say.
Reese, you want to give it a term? Give it a term. I'm not giving it a term.
I didn't give it a
I'm
term. The white
talking
man
about
gave it a term.
what
I
should be
filmed the
done.
whole shit.
No, you're not. You sound like you're on something, man. You're not all there, and you're spewing all kinds of
I am all
ridiculousness.
the way here. The white man gave it
Nah, dude.
all. I
Well,
have been there the
show
whole
us your
time.
face, then, man. Let's see how
Okay,
your face
this
looks.
this
'cause you
one
don't
white
look like
man,
you all there.
this white man doesn't speak for this white man. This white man doesn't speak for BVAS because he's Hispanic. It doesn't speak for probably a lot of the white people in this chat. So just because this one white man said some dumb shit to you, you shouldn't be coming on here like throwing it at everybody else like we all think that way.
No, I have been out there and I've been on the front lines. Fair enough.
Thanks, Scott. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fair enough. But that still doesn't justify illegal aliens coming over here illegally, and now they're being removed, like the president promised they would be.
They are removing wrong people. You cannot graduate from high school and be at your job, and then they say that you are doing something wrong.
Yes, you are. If you're in this country illegally, whether you're in high school or you're in a meat packing plant, if you're here illegally, yes, you're doing something wrong. It's called being here illegally. Doesn't matter what the fuck you're doing. When you jump that border, just because you jumped the border and started high school doesn't give you a free pass. Just because you jumped the border and now you're working in a meat packing plant doesn't absolve you from the fucking laws that you broke when you came here illegally. So yes, they have every right to go into any high school and remove you and send you back. They have every right to go into any meat packing plant, any taco shop, any Home Depot, and remove these people that came across this border illegally. Yes, that's their right. That's their job.
Their job is dead wrong.
No, it's not. Why is their job dead wrong? It's immigration.
Because they are doing it illegal.
How's their job wrong?
Everything here is civilly. Right?
No.
It's illegal.
We got two systems, man. We have a criminal system and we have a civil. Civil's for suing, criminals for the law, which is being
all right. So Brandon,
illegally.
So Brandon, since we have a civil system and a legal system, why don't you go over all of the civil rights that we have as human beings?
Okay.
Why would I do that?
What does that have to
do?
Because
it's gonna make that what you're saying is legit.
This ought to be good. This ought to be.
No, what needs to be done is this. There, Reed.
Roy.
Hey,
Roy.
Illegally,
I agree, Roy.
Roy, can you please give Reese, Alexa, please, just one time.
No, not right now. You should have gotten a long time ago.
I gotta give. Can we do it at the same time? Beta man, Reese, the white man is your daddy. Okay, I mean, I never heard anybody. I knew Big Time Olympics was a real thing.
My son has done it with 2 hands.
What was that?
My son dunked the basketball with 2 hands. Your son did not, and you said he got it done. So therefore, shut your ass up.
It has nothing to do with the topic at hand.
No, but just to give him something.
It don't matter. I hope your son is better than my son. I want him to I want all kids to be successful. So if he's better than my son, oh, you got a great kid because my son is pretty good. But Reese, why you acting like the white man is your daddy, man? Like I don't get it. And then on top of that, We need to deport all people
Roy,
who
did
came
he
here
not hear
legally.
what I said? I don't think the white man is my daddy. So this dude is nonsense.
You
You
just
just said
said
you were.
that
You just
you
said you
said
were a slave to
racism
the
is
white
everywhere.
man. You said the white man was holding you down, and you're a slave to the man. What the fuck? You said that, Reese.
The white man is doing what they have to do to do their white shit.
You know you were
That's what
bowing
I
down
said.
to that white supremacist guy, and you weren't screaming this. You were loving that dude because he was giving you a couple $.
Oh yeah,
And
what
then,
the hell
then
is his
all the
name
people
too?
that were when you were begging for
Oh
money, all
wow!
the people that were
You
helping
know
you were
what,
the white
Roy?
people. White
You know
people were
what,
giving you
Roy?
money.
Dennis, education will make it so that you don't go to jail. You are an idiot.
I don't have a
So
criminal
you go
record. Do you have
ahead
a criminal record?
and just talk.
Do you have a
You
criminal
would
record?
you would not have been out there. I got 2 hours of footage of me being out there. You would not have been out there talking your shit. Don't talk
No.
to me about your shit.
I'm
You
not.
are
I
an
don't. I
idiot.
don't go around the blacks. I don't go around the blacks. They're too violent. I'm sorry.
But I don't understand. Even if you were out there for 2 hours, what does that have to do with the illegal aliens taking over or coming to this
Because
country?
Roy, he's an idiot. Roy, he's an idiot.
I don't
Reese,
care
how
if he's.
do
I don't care if he's an idiot on here. I don't care. That has nothing to do with the subject of what we're talking about right now.
So
if we
make
ta-
him get
The
on
subject
the
is illegal.
subject because he's an idiot.
okay? So Reese, how do we pay for all these illegal immigrants if they continue coming? We don't want to stop them. How do you see California's going bankrupt? So how do we continue paying for this?
I'm not even gonna sit up here and
No, this is
educate
a
your
serious
evil
question.
question.
I'm sorry, I'm stupid. How do we pay for this? If we continue allowing this to happen, they're getting free health care, they're getting free college
What
now,
are you
they're getting free
continuing
everything.
to happen?
What?
What are you continuing to happen?
What do you mean?
You just asked me.
No, he's
It's-
asking you, how is America supposed to continue to pay for this illegal alien takeover over the long term? How are we supposed to pay for it?
Well, everyone pays taxes. Everyone does.
Okay, but is it right that my taxes, instead of going to American citizens, are being funneled to illegal aliens that aren't supposed to be here? I shouldn't have a say in that?
They pay everything. My kids are generations of immigrants, and we pay everything.
But guess what? They're not illegal. Your family is not illegal. They didn't jump the
So we
border
need
here
to go ahead
illegally.
and do the separation. What part of separation do you guys not understand?
But Roy, he's a hypocrite because he was just complaining about the illegal immigrants that were working at Spark, taking all the deliveries, the cheap ones, which causing
I
us
never
drivers
said
to
that,
quit.
you fucking dumbass.
Yeah,
You ain't
you
even
were.
black.
Yeah, you were.
Motherfucker, we don't even like you as a black
Reese,
dude.
you
We don't even
see,
like you as a
now
black
you get
man. You are
now
an
you getting loud.
idiot. Shut
Now you
your
getting
shit
loud
up
because I
and
just
quit
caught you.
messing with little girls. Quit messing with little girls. Be Vaz is
I
up
rest my
here.
case.
And
I rest my case.
you mess with little girls, and Allura said the same shit. You
If you
mess with
say
little
so,
girls. You are
if
a
you say so,
Chester. You
That
are a
has
you're
nothing.
Chester.
you're
I
That
am
has
not going
nothing
to
to
talk to a
do.
Chester. You Chester ass
Rory, it's all good.
motherfucker.
Rory, it's
You
all
are
good
a
because it
Chester.
ain't true, so it doesn't matter. You can
You
let
are
him
a
live. It's all
Chester.
good.
You
All
are
right,
a Chester. I ain't
come
gonna
on.
listen to no Chester.
Okay,
He's
that has
mad
nothing to
because he
do
was
with the
going
You
off
are
on
a
subject.
a
Chester.
Back
was
off
You
going
subject.
off on
are
an
a
illegal.
Chester. You
He was
mess
going
with
off
little
on a.
girls
He
at
was going off
clubs.
on illegal
That's what
immigrants.
you
Reese,
do.
Now
You little
doing stuff like
Chester. You
Reese,
are a Chester.
hey Reese, I'm trying to be very tolerant right here, but let's stick to the topic and quit doing that kind of shit, please.
He's a Chester.
I don't care if he's a Chester, a fucking Joker. I don't give a fuck. Has nothing to do with what we're talking about right here. That is discussions you guys can have on a different day on his channel. This is my channel. We're trying to have a discussion about a particular subject, and that's what we're going to do. And we need to stay down that subject. I would appreciate it.
well, Rory, can you ask him to answer one of these two questions? How once again we can't pay for it long term, which is why California is going bankrupt, and they're taking the money from black programs that he cares so much about, and black schools or schools that majority of black people go to. Secondly, he was literally outside of a Spark in the parking lot talking, or outside of Walmart, crying about how Walmart, we're getting low orders because the illegal immigrants are taking all the orders, even the small ones. Me, Pedro, him, all of the gig workers are
You're
complaining.
a liar.
Now all of a sudden we're gonna forget about that. Like we all weren't complaining to spark.
You're
He
a
actually
liar.
literally,
Show
he,
me
I think you
footage.
confronted. I think you confronted a legal immigrant about working under the table. You literally pointed out like a group of like 10 of them that were in the corner
Show
taking
me
all the
footage,
orders.
you idiot. Show me
It's
footage.
on your
I
chat.
won't
It's on
strike
your
you at
channel.
all. Show me footage. I won't
All right.
strike you. Show me the footage.
I think Reese is honestly, Roy. I think he's drunk, or I hope he ain't
All
high. But I think he's drunk.
right,
That's the reason why he's
all right.
slurring right now.
So you will not show me the footage. Show
I
me the
can't.
footage.
Reese, nobody watches your videos. I can't even remember how long
But
ago it
you're
was.
talking about my videos. I got more views than you.
Of course, yes. When you pay for views, that's what happens,
All
and you
right,
actually
when you
don't.
pay for them.
Name
When
the
you pay
last
for
video.
them,
Can you name
bitch, you
one? What's
ain't
your
good
last
at
video?
nothing.
Reese, what was the last video that got over
Yes, I've
400
been
views?
on
What was the last
suspension
video?
for 7 days. I've been on
Reese,
suspension for 7 days.
Reese,
And I
what was
just
the
came
last?
back. And you are up here on my ass when I just get back. Shut your ass up. You watch
Yeah,
everything I do.
yes, me and Reese are definitely on the spectrum. It's like two
You
idiots
are on
going
the
to.
spectrum, you
Reese,
beta male.
you ever see
Now,
you ever see two idiots fight? That's what you're getting right now. Just like a circus. Jesus Christ. I see why
all
Vivas
right,
and everybody be hating me, because
all right.
do I sound like Reese Vivas? Like on my channel, do I sound like Reese? Because I'm gonna have to fix
No,
myself. I
no,
can't.
you don't sound like him, but you definitely can hold a
Hey,
conversation. But
yeah,
this
pick it up.
guy is like, he's flipping the fuck out for no reason. Like,
I'm flipping
sir,
the fuck out, B-Bass,
like
because that's what the fuck I'm
somehow
doing.
the
Okay,
topic became about him, and I don't understand how he has to do with anything of the topic when he was born here. So it's like, it makes no sense.
All right, you guys are idiots. Now, you guys can be idiots all on your own.
okay,
Yeah.
but what does that have to do with illegal immigration? Still ain't answering my question.
Now, illegal immigration, Roy, is what I want to have a conversation with you about.
Well, that's what the whole conversation is supposed to be about, but you went on a
Yeah,
complete
but
tangent.
I did not know, Roy, because of I did not know, and then I got my phone back up and running, and then I came back on and I saw you were on. So therefore, I am right there. So now that I know that that's where it is, I want to be right where it is and where it was.
And by the way,
That's
Scott,
what I
you should
told
cut.
you the subject was when you came up here.
It's
No,
Scott.
but
It's
I
Scott.
did not know because I was turned up already, Roy. I was
Okay,
turned
It,
up.
it's
Okay,
Scott's
so-
I
ethics.
apologize.
so you
Scott needs to.
so
I hope Scott comes up here, because Scott,
Drink some
even though it ain't
water,
about illegal
Reese, and
immigration,
take a
Scott
nap,
is like kind of.
and
Scott is
come
fake.
back.
For him to come on
I
here and tell people
apologize, Roy.
to
I was
troll
turned up. I
to troll
apologize.
me. Scott,
save
if you're in
that
the
for
chat,
somebody
you need to
else's
stop
channel.
being a coward, Scott. Telling people to troll me on my channel.
So
You're
you
fake.
still haven't
But go ahead,
answered
Roy.
the
I'm
question.
sorry.
So what's the problem with getting rid of the illegal aliens that have been infiltrating this country?
There is nothing wrong with getting rid of the illegals, but you got to understand that some of the illegals have people here that have done the right thing. Fair enough.
Repeat that one more time. I was reading something in the chat.
I said that a lot of the illegals have people that have people here that have done the right things. So that's what I'm talking about. Fair enough.
But it doesn't matter. What if they've done the right thing, then they're more than welcome to stay. It's the ones that don't do the right thing that need to go.
Okay, so we're on the same.
Well,
page.
okay, but this was
Whoever
my
don't
subject.
come here right, fuck
My,
them.
my subject was some particular content creator today had his opinions, and he came out and said some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Like he'd rather have illegal Martha picking his fucking tomatoes, which to me means that he's in how should I say, sponsorship of illegals being mistreated by individuals picking their fruit. That
all right, now I understand, because they threw me into I am the person that's going against you. So that's why we're fighting.
Illegals contribute close to $20 million a year in taxes. This is why I say you guys don't know jack about this.
That dude,
Okay,
that
first
dude's
of all,
an
you
idiot.
obviously just a guy. Let me tell you something.
B-Baz, do you understand why I just explained this is why me and Roy are fighting?
What's that? Just a guy. Okay, I did the research. First of all, 75 to 50% to 75% of taxes paid by illegals is through payroll taxes, which equals out to about $66 billion. I don't know where you're coming up with that lame ass $20 million, but I already do the research before I speak on anything, bro. So 50% to 75% of the legal tax dollars is going through payroll taxes, which is $66 million a year.
I didn't talk about any of that.
No, I'm talking to this guy who's talking about, I don't know jack shit about a topic when he's coming up here talking about $20 million a year. $20 million a year, illegals, that's not contributing jack shit to this country. That means dick. That means dick, especially when us as a country pay over $157 billion to support their illegal ass in the first place. So that means dick. So do your research and then come back and then talk to me about who knows.
B-Baz, I apologize. I didn't know about this stuff before. Do you accept that?
That's not what I was talking about. Whatever that Roy was talking about. I was talking about something.
All right, yeah, but B-Baz, all of this had to go into that. So I'm apologizing to you. Do you accept that?
I'm good, man. I don't need an apology from you. I just need you to stay on topic. Don't bring the conversation about you.
No, I'm on topic on what the topic is. I'm black.
No,
stay on that.
That's where you derailed the whole thing.
All right, well, you derailed that shit. You got your boy up here. You got your boy up here where you said that he's a chester.
From what I saw of the opinion of this individual proves to me why certain people should not be, in my opinion.
You said Dennis is a chester. He up here looking up there with his glasses on when that motherfucker is messing with little girls.
What I just say, bro? Save that shit for your channel or his channel or something. Not here.
I'm gonna let him live because I can destroy his whole world. I mean, he's the one, you know, like I made the Beta United, Beta Males United to people like this man. He got his freaking wife.
I never do
for
about
donations.
your whole
You got
shit.
your wife.
Fuck
You're not
your
a real
movement,
man.
Your
You got your
movement,
wife
son.
begging for money in a car with you. You know, because you
My
can't be man
wife
enough
looks
to get a
better
car
than your
insurance.
Cali girl, you dumb
Don't
bitch.
matter. Don't matter. You got literally your wife begging for donations.
You called
As a
someone
man,
Cali
how does
girl,
that
you
feel?
dumb bitch.
Okay, yeah, my Cali girl makes way more money than your wife. Your wife, she would never be begging for money. Cali girl's
Not
living in the
even
same
close.
city as you. Yeah, she is. She's living
Not
in the same
even
city.
close.
She would never be begging for
Not
money.
even close.
Oh, they're going to talk about what she bought me.
Not
Let's
even
talk
close.
about go to Makeup Lies and go, let's make it look
Not
good.
even
Let's say she bought me a
close.
motorcycle. Let's say
Not
she bought
even
me,
close.
you know, what else she said she bought
Not
me? She said
even
she bought me
close.
a
Not even
MacBook.
close,
She said she gave me thousands.
So what is
So,
your
Not
take?
even close.
What is your take on people destroying your LA city down there right now currently because of this illegal immigration issue?
he's one of those people. He was down there protesting. I bet you.
Time him
All-
out. That Walker, you have the ability to do so. Time him out.
No, all the broke blacks were all down there, like
Oh
protesting
no,
and crying.
Reese can't go out there and protest because the white man told him no.
No, he was out there. All the dusty blacks were out there looting the stores, trying to get free stuff, protesting and acting like they really care. They don't care. You know, they
But
want to
yeah,
get something for
to
free.
me, what I
I
heard,
can't be out there, but I'm out there. I was on all my news channels, but
I
I
told
can't
you.
be out there. All right.
Told you.
but
Told you,
yeah,
Rick.
but
I told you, Roy.
I
He was
was
out
just,
there protesting,
yeah, I was
stealing
just bringing
stuff.
up another content creator, some of the stupid shit, like using the word undocumented immigrants. There ain't no undocumented anything. It's illegal aliens. These lefty people keep using these leftist terms to make it seem like people are a victim when they're not a fucking victim. It's illegal. Just like everything is illegal to rob people. It's illegal to steal shit. It's illegal to do that. The word is illegal, which means they came here illegally, which means shouldn't be no support for these illegals that you would sit there and say, I would like an illegal to pick my tomatoes. that means you're justifying people taking advantage of illegal aliens so you can get cheaper produce, in my opinion.
For DoorDash for 36. But yeah, I mean, no, like Roy, this is the thing, okay? You see, like in New York, how they nipped that in the bud. They put that in check. They told them in advance, we ain't having that. LA, literally, that Apple store that got broken into and destroyed was right across the street or next door to my building that I used to live
These
at. I
motherfuckers are not
I
out
left
there
one,
with
I
me
left,
on
I
the
left
front
one,
lines. I'm
I
out,
left,
G. You can go
All
ahead
right.
and,
yep,
and continue
I left
to
one,
fucking do this shit with these nonsense ass
yep,
people. This
I left
motherfucker is out
ye-
here
one, I
doing
left 1 year
this shit,
before.
and this is what people
Oh, I
like.
was lying.
Have a good one, Reese.
No, I'm right here with this idiot.
Oh, I thought you said you were leaving.
Damn
No,
it, he
no,
didn't
no. I'm
leave.
about to leave.
Oh.
I'm about to leave because of this fucking idiot out here.
Reese, seriously, in all seriousness,
Reese
though,
is the only
before
idiot out
before
there.
you
And I don't
go,
understand why he's coming at himself.
before Reese goes, Reese, just understand, man. You could be right now
All right,
drunk. All right, you're
all
drunk right
right,
now. You could be right
all
now
right,
sober, working hard.
all right,
You wouldn't have
all
your wife
right, all
begging for
right.
money,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm saying like you
You
gotta do
are an
better, man.
idiot.
And you don't, and I would, if I was in California, if I was Dusty like you, I would be looting stores. I ain't gonna lie, Roy. You might be mad at me, but if I was down there, I might have ran into the
Oh
Apple store.
my goodness.
I lived next
Yeah,
door. I mean, if all the blacks can do it anyway, why not? I mean, freaking get a couple
yeah.
iPhones.
You know what? You know what?
You know,
Fuck
I'm
you
just
and
saying,
your
you should do
non-being
better
black
though. Just
ass.
do better. Just be
You
better, man. There's no
you are
reason to
not
be
black
dusty,
and you
man.
are an idiot. Fuck
I'm not
you.
black.
Fuck
I'm not
you. And
black.
I'll whoop
I'm
your ass in
American.
front of whoever you got there standing in front of you.
I'm American. And I would never fight you, man. I'm not a thug. I don't fight grown adults. You
Thank
know,
goodness. Oh
I'll
my
just love
gosh.
on you. I'll give you a big hug, you know, and
Wow.
tell you I love you, brother. Okay.
Okay, so let's go ahead and have a serious conversation now. Oh my
Oh, thank
gosh.
God he's gone.
Jeez. Okay. So the situation I saw in the chat with a couple people, just a guy, just to make sure people know, there's like Roy was saying, about 50% of the population of the immigrants pay their taxes. The other half are not paying them. All right, but due to being under the tables. But a majority of those people, either way, send all their money back home. I know this firsthand because I used to live in a spot that was heavily immigrant. They go and they bunk up together. Everybody goes and bunks up like 5-6 people in a home, right? Renting out a room, and they just work nonstop. They'll just buy enough for them to get by, send all their cash to their home, and then they dip, completely taking away all the potential monies they could have made for the United States. Just took it back to their country.
Yeah.
And this happens more than you guys would like to know. It's pretty messed up, and Trump's actually trying to cut that with the gold card. So like making those people say, "Hey, you're coming here, pay $5 million, create a business here." That's what he's trying to do.
Well, that's the
But
thing.
I,
These protests are a
okay.
fucking joke to me because, once again, they're waving the Mexican flag around, burning the American flag, doing all this crazy shit. Me personally, I'd be locking them all up. I'd be locking them up.
Yeah.
That to me, I didn't look up the Constitution on what, as far as waving a foreign flag and causing destruction. I didn't look that up. If that's under the Constitution, if that's some kind of crime, but if it is, they should all be locked up. The rubber bullets should be flying and handcuffs should be going on everybody. That's fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
You know what I think, Roy, though? I guess I could be free on this channel because, people that's gonna like, bully me, the liberals, they don't know I'm on here. So I can say that, I think that we're too free in this country. All of us, like all of us as people. I think that we just need to vote for one clean sweep. I'm talking about all the thugs, all the criminals, people who are here illegally and got violent records. I think that y'all might hate me for this, but I think all the illegal immigrants that are already here, I think we should you can stay. Everybody can stay, but no more. No more. You gotta do it the right way. Because I think that'd be a mess sending them out. The infrastructure in this country is too fragile right now. But no more people. But I think we need to get to a point that all the criminals, gang members, white supremacist groups and all that stuff, which is, I don't know who would be more supreme than me, but just gotta say that We need to round them all up and just throw them all away, either put them on like an island or in a volcano, just somewhere, and then just start this country over. Because right now we have too much freedom to where everybody thinks a lot. Too many people think you could be a criminal, you could be violent, you could beat somebody up, you could rob. You can literally steal 950 from stores in California. I don't think they pushed back on that yet. They took that law out. All bottom line is, until we do that, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. And you got people like, Robert, who truly is sympathizing with these people. He seriously thinks that this is not wrong, and he's fighting, and he's probably protesting for this to continue out there, even though LA is once again destroyed with the Olympics coming in a couple of years.
But once again, just giving them amnesty wouldn't work either, because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. And this is a perfect proof of what happened this election is what's going to happen to black people. Black people will lose their vote in this country. If we gave 20 million illegal aliens amnesty in this country, black people would have no voice in this country no more. Because you know why? You would then become the fucking minority and your vote would never count. Just like this election. 98% of black women voted for Kamala Harris. That means 98% of half your population voted and still got their asses smashed, bro. So now consider giving 20 million other people illegals amnesty that are then able to vote in elections and so on. So what do you think is going to happen to the black vote? It will no longer exist.
I'm happy because let me give you a little quick answer here with that. Keep in mind, black people vote Democrat because we are brainwashed to just vote Democrat. It's just I did it until I went to Vegas and learned what a conservative and a liberal is, and then I never voted Democrat since there. We vote Democrat just because that's what you're taught growing up, and if you do the opposite, you're disowned. So I think that with the studies showing that Hispanics who actually are legally here and Hispanics who are get citizenship to be here, like all natives to other countries that get citizenship, they all go to vote Republican. They vote conservative because most of them are all about law and order. Most of them are about less entitlement programs. More you go to work. More of them is all about common sense with everything. So I hope that they take away the vote from less blacks because we're literally going to keep Democrats in power to where, now you have Simone Biles with the whole trans situation. That was just stupid. And then you have with this, immigration situation with all these cities burning down again because of liberals. I think that the blacks are starting to wake up and we're starting to go towards the conservative side now. So I'm with it. I hope we lose our voting
pretty
power.
Much every race.
We don't vote anywhere.
You go on most platforms, just about every race is against the illegal aliens being here, and they should go back to their country where they belong and come here illegally.
And what Roy was saying, to piggyback off you, Roy, the groups that are behind this, they're paid groups that are doing this, and they're paid for by the Democrat agenda. So a lot of those left-wing people that follow this ideology are the ones who have the money behind them. And I think George Soros and crew are a part of it too. I think the DNC's got something to do with it because these people are being bussed out there. They're wearing masks. They're keeping themselves hidden behind their anonymity rather than being out there with their face out. I mean, that's where you can see number one red flag is like, okay, you're here for no good. You're not here to do a peaceful protest. And then you got the dummy Democrats out there in Washington saying, oh yeah, it's a peaceful protest. Yet you got freaking cars burning down. You got Molotov cocktails being thrown at ICE agents. Yeah, but it's peaceful.
Yeah. So we all know it. So we all know that's bullshit. But also this goes to Dennis. Coming to this country and being an immigrant of this country, becoming an American in this country is a privilege. So if we just go and give amnesty to all these people who felt it was okay to break the law, where then is the privilege of becoming an American citizen? And we're just going to let Tom, Dick, and Harry, who broke the law, have at it. And then that would be the case. What do we say to all the people that have done it the right way, the legal way? What do you say to those people if we're just willing to just give everybody something that they busted their ass for, paid money for, went through the whole system, learned the language, chose to learn our Constitution to become a fucking American citizen? What do you say to those people if we were just to give everybody amnesty that decided to jump the border?
I think that's the reason why Elon Musk crashed out on Trump because, see, you gotta understand the politicians. They don't get nothing done because they always got debate on what needs to be done, and they ain't never gonna give and take. That makes sense. We gotta have give and take. Democrats are gonna continue fighting for these people to be here illegally, and it ain't never gonna change. So the best thing to do is just to have like a middle ground to where, look, we want them gone, but I think Democrats will just, settle for letting the ones that's already here, they stay. Nobody else. We gotta get border control, and then we can move forward. But if we say nope, everybody gotta leave, we're gonna continue this fight to where you see what's happening right now. So that's what I mean by you gotta have give or take. It can't be one way or another, and that's why Elon Musk crashed out because he just wants it to be simple. Like we can't afford this, but he's mad that Trump had to give some giveaway because you can't get it all, in one swoop. Like he can't get everything in that bill unless he gives Democrats some things. So that's what I mean by you got to give and take. You can't expect to get it all. So I think give them the amnesty, the people that's already here, and then no more. Because I mean they're gonna figure out a way to keep them here either way.
I think the Dems fighting real hard on that there, DJs, because they want the immigrants that are already here to vote for them. And that way they create that lifelong Democrat only vote, which would make sure that they win every single office seat from here to probably the next 100 years.
Yeah, that's why they've been trying to pass all those laws that you don't need ID to vote and all this other bullshit.
Yep.
Like Georgia, for example, and
Yep.
a lot of other places.
Oh, they're trying to. They're trying
That's
to
a
do that.
huge problem, and I don't see a way for them to meet in the middle like this, like you were saying there, DJ, to just grant them all amnesty.
Yeah.
The only people I would recommend that for are the ones who were brought here as children, that they have no say in how their lives
That's what I
are going
mean.
to
They
be.
should stay for sure. The parents can go back.
So that was the DACA program. I would say do something with the DACA program that gives these people a path to citizenship, but they have to have some type of documented work, and the work has to be paid taxes for at least 10 years. Give them that they would need to show that they are doing what needs to be done as a productive citizen in this country so you can get that amnesty.
I mean, we got to play the long game because you got to remember, once again, if the people who get the citizenship, they literally start voting Democrat because they see all this weird stuff like girls and boys and women's bathrooms and all this stupid stuff that's going on. When they see that, they're like, "Oh, I don't want none of this," and then they end up voting Republican. So it's kind of like it makes more sense for us as Republicans or whatever, conservatives, to just allow it to happen because they're going to vote for us. But by us keeping them illegal and Democrats fighting for them to be here, nothing ain't going to change in the next 5 to 10 years. It's still going to be issues with illegal immigrants. They're going to continue being Democrats because that's the only way in. But if we just allow them in, they're going to vote
But that's
Republican.
not true. That more Hispanics voted against Democrats this last time. A large amount of Hispanic males voted for Donald Trump.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that's why we should give amnesties that way, because when they become citizens, they always vote Republican.
but you're looking at a different generation. You're looking at older Hispanic men and women that have been here a while. A lot of them that did it the right way to come through. Now you're trying to say give amnesty to this group of younger people that are out destroying our country right now. You think those are going to become conservative? Because if they were already on the mindset of being a conservative, they wouldn't be out there burning the fucking city down, bro.
No, the ones that they get caught doing it, because like the one Asian chick who was here or she was on a visa or whatever, student visa, she got caught. She did. I forgot what she did, but they took the mask off her on camera because they knew because she was Asian, her parents would like be upset and disown her, and she literally had that shameful face because she knew her life was over because she's going back over to China, and her parents are probably going to dog walk her. I mean, I think that. To really fix all this, we need to start making like no more masks. I mean, why is that even a law that you can have masks?
They didn't take the mask off over to shame her. They took the mask off because she's being arrested. They ain't gonna have that shit on their bus, bro. That's why they take the mask off.
No, I'm saying if you look at the other protesters that same day, they were like arresting them. They had the mask on. They didn't pull them off. With her, they literally saw a camera and they literally pulled her mask off and like sat and stood there for the camera to like see her for like 10 seconds before they took her off. That they made an example out of her because that was the thing. Like, I don't know why it's not a law, but you shouldn't be allowed to have a mask on if you're protesting. I'm sorry. I mean, is that a necessary thing that like if you got to stand behind what you're doing? Like, why haven't we changed that law if that's even a law? So you're not allowed to have a mask on
I don't know.
because
I think President Trump did something like that not too long ago.
hopefully.
Something about masks. I can't remember.
Yeah, and then like we should be allowed if somebody damages your property, like if you're driving and you got your kid with you and somebody throws a freaking cocktail or a rock at your windshield, you should be able to get out the car and beat the living hell out of that person, or even shoot them. You see that video of
Would
that
you
pussy?
would you do that, Dennis? If somebody, let's say like me, ran up to your car, smashed your shit, you gonna get out and try to beat me up?
People like you aren't doing it. It's pussies.
But
Little...
I'm just saying.
No, I wouldn't do it to you because Antifa people aren't fat. No offense, they're like real skinny and like me. They look like
why do you keep calling
crackheads.
me fat, bro?
I'm like Roy, we're like pieces of cream. I thought like you're bigger. I'm skinny.
You can say I'm fat all you want. I don't give a shit, bro. You built.
I mean,
like
why would you say if they built like you? That means because you're bigger, right? Like
yeah, I'm a bigger guy. Yeah, you wouldn't
That's
just
what I'm saying. I thought you meant fat.
You wouldn't run up to a bigger guy and fucking try to beat him up because they threw something at your window. You wouldn't do that.
No, I pick my fights. I mean, I'll let a big dude say the N word.
Well,
I'm gonna let him go.
The way you keep talking about me, you're gonna pick something up when you ever come through Vegas. You talking that shit, you skinny motherfucker.
Look, if you meet me at a boxing ring and you got some money,
if I need you in a boxing ring, I'm gonna beat your ass in a boxing ring. It doesn't matter, bro.
Put your money where your mouth is, man.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, put your money where your mouth is. I'm gonna tire you out. I'm gonna just run around the ring.
We saw DJ
punches.
without a shirt on. We don't need to see.
I'll take some. Roy's kind of elderly, so he'll like punch me. I would box you though because I know I can win because I'm like 4-1.
Well, you running around in circles ain't gonna do nothing. You're not gonna beat my ass running around in circles because I'm just going to stand. I'm just going to stand there and wait for you to
watch you do it.
What the fuck? I'll let you run all you want. I'll stand in the corner and you can run around all you want. What does that have?
You're gonna get tired. I'm gonna just start.
I'm not gonna chase you. I'm not gonna chase you. You're gonna have to come to me.
I know I'm gonna punch you and I'm gonna run and you're gonna come over.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I'm gonna do the Muhammad Ali to you.
Oh, okay.
Muhammad Ali actually punched. He didn't just freaking run away.
I'm
about to ask you, what are you smoking on right now? That you talking
right? DJ going the Reese route.
No, but I was gonna beat up Roy for Mr. Flex at one point, but then I realized that that's stupid. I would like get murdered. So I said I'll box him because for me, just as a man, I'll box him because I think I got a chance with Roy.
I doubt it. All you got is height.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna just hit him in the face.
Everything else.
What are you talking about? I'm 6'3". What height does he have on me?
Hold on, you're 6'3"?
Yes, I'm 6'3".
You know what?
Then Roy's got everything on you.
I want no smoke. You're Mr. Roy from this point on. You got it. Like you would beat me up. I want nothing to do with you, man. Let me keep it real. No, I said you would give me the business. You're 6'3". I thought you was like 5'11" or 5'8" or something.
I'm 6'3". 6'3".
Yeah, you're built like you're short.
That's crazy. I'm gonna have to go fly out to Vegas and see you, Roy. I gotta see for myself.
Oh God, that's kind of homo.
Giant of a man.
Brandon, you're like what? You're like 5'11".
5'10", yeah, 70 inches.
I think Roy and D-Vaz would be a good boxing fight. Weight almost the same.
Nah.
Roy would have the power. D-Vaz would have the speed.
Nah. No need.
Why we got to talk about being violent towards each other? Nah. We should have learned something from this last beef. They ended up getting 2 people shot on the fucking internet.
Nah, you're right. On a side note, I got a job. I start tomorrow.
Yeah, doing
9
what? I
a.m.
heard. That's what
FedEx.
I was gonna roast your ass on that too, by the way. So
Yeah.
you prepare to get roasted. I was
Yep.
gonna go on your channel and roast you, but I thought I'd save it if you come up here. Okay, you sat there and you were fucking crying this whole time about I can't stand and do a few dishes at a
Yep.
motherfucking pizza place, but I can run around for hours throwing a basketball, jumping, hooping, all this. And not to mention, you got a job where you're delivering packages, 150 to 160 packages, getting in and out, in and out, in and out of your car all day. And you're sitting there whining about, oh, my back's going to hurt because I got to pick up a few dishes and wash them. What the fuck?
No, you gotta understand. This is the difference. Okay, big difference.
No, there's not.
No, I did this before. I did it with Flex, but I did it with my own car. I just had a truck I was renting. Okay, so this is the actual FedEx truck I'll be driving, and this will be a job that I already did with Flex. But the difference is I'm guaranteed 145 on 150 packages, and if I get 50 more deliveries, he says sometimes I might get 200 stops. I mean, then I'm guaranteed $200 for the day. And my shift is only 6 hours. And that's with picking up and loading and everything. It's 6 hours. I'll be done by 3, 5 at
Yeah,
the latest.
yeah, that means you're going to be picking up heavier packages, loading them in your car, getting in and out of your car, taking those heavier packages, delivering them to people's front doors. But you're saying that's not going to hurt your back, but picking up a few dishes at Domino's is going to destroy your back that you can't handle it?
No, I can't because it's different. You got to remember, I'm not gonna have this crazy heavy. The heaviest might be like 100 pounds. I got a dolly for that.
Okay,
I'm not,
what dishes at Domino's or Pizza Hut weighs 100 motherfucking pounds, bro?
no, it's my back. So my back being bent for a long period of time. That's what I'm
How's
talking
your
about.
back bent? How's your
Because
back
the
bent,
sink,
dude? I'm 6'3" and I work at a pizza place where I wash dishes every now and then. My back ain't all tore up, bro, and I'm just as tall as you or taller. The fuck
no,
are you
because
talking about?
the pizza hut that I worked at, okay, the pizza hut I worked at, the sink was like literally like 3 foot, 4 foot. It was like made for like a 5 foot woman. Hey, how you doing? It was made for 5 people because the dishwasher had no problem. Thanks. The dishwasher is broke. So I was literally like bent over to try to wash the dishes, and they had like probably about 150 pie trays, whatever you have to like wash. That's what I'm saying. It was just too much. And if it would have been different if the dishwasher worked. And you remember, they had me doing that for like 2, 3 hours. I was supposed to be delivering pizza. That's what I'm saying. And you got to remember too, with this. And by the way, Scott Hall, if you want to come up here, you can. But Scott Hall is fake, and he thinks, this is what I mean by bipolar. I'm giving him a break because he's a military guy, but he's super bipolar because I did nothing to him, and he's just attacking me. And he's talking about telling people to troll, and he thinks I'm supposed to be. He's mad that I'm pretty much getting rid of all the haters.
Well,
I'm getting rid of all.
congratulations on your job. I hope it works out
No,
for you.
definitely. No,
But I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer here. But watching your track record on YouTube over the past 2 years, I'm going to give you maybe 2 weeks.
no problem.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
I'm not to be a Debbie Downer, but I'm just going by what I've seen experience-wise watching you over. So I hope it goes longer than 2 weeks.
So let me tell you the difference from okay, Roy, before I left California, before you actually met me, and I started doing YouTube, I was working every day for like 12 to 16 hours a day, and I was happy. I was good. Situation was thanks. Situation was I got stuck. Yeah, YouTube, thanks. I got stuck where Uber deactivated my account, and then I had to do DoorDash, and DoorDash sucks here. So like that ain't work. But I had jobs like in the past, but like I've just always been an entrepreneur, and I've always made 60, 70 a year. And that's with me either running a business, doing something. So like with this job, I'm only doing it for like a year max. I'm only doing it to like work between until my basketball academy goes full fledged full. I could do the basketball academy full time because 30 kids, I make 2,200 at the basketball academy a month. 60 kids, 4,400, and at that point, once I get to the point of having like 60 kids in rotation, because some kids are gonna leave, of course, some kids are gonna come in as they turn 9 or 10. So once I get to that point, I'm gonna quit this job. But right now, I'm doing it because I want the guaranteed money. Plus, I think it'd be fun to be on that big truck delivering packages, not dealing with no tip customers. And remember, I'm not making money on tips right now. Like people don't be tipping. These people, like the last fat bastard just dropped off to, he didn't tip nothing. See, that's my biggest thing. I'm happy that I don't have to deal with no tippers. I'm guaranteed set money. I'm making 24 pretty much an hour.
Well, that's usually
That's
what
just what
happens when you
happens.
get a job. You get set money, you know
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Yep.
Versus
You're right.
working gig worth garbage.
You know what I
Yeah.
think your weakness is there, DJ?
Yeah.
And I think something to really think about whenever you're gonna think about your next live or next time you're gonna do a video, is you have this habit of like distributing the monies that you don't have before you have it in your hand.
I was gonna say the same thing, counting chickens before they hatch. Yes. Yeah. And also the whole I'm only gonna do it for a year. It's like you're trying to predict your own fucking future instead of just going with the future, just going with it. It's like you're always trying to think like 8 plays ahead instead of worrying about the one play in front of you. That's kind of what I was gonna say.
One thing at a time, one day at a time.
One step at a time, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it works. The thing
slow.
is, I do it like that because it works for me. I mean, y'all see, because I play a character on my channel where sometimes I over exaggerate me being broke, but I'm not. But that's the only way to get people to super chat and donate, because people are like, I got the most broke haters, and then the people who show me love like are kind of stingy. So the thing is, not all.
So
folks,
are you
not all.
A millionaire who won't give you a dime?
Are you sitting here saying you're committing fraud on YouTube by telling people you're broke so they super chat you and then you're not?
No. What I'm saying is, okay, think about this, Roy. If I've done this test, I 2 months of any month that I made $25,000, for example, in like 2 weeks, and I didn't get no super chats that month. Nobody donated anything. All I had was a lot of watch hours, but it didn't equal to nothing because my watch hours are crap because I'm in the wrong, algorithm. I was only getting like $9 per 10,000 views. So now, or 1,000 views. So now, what's happening is now that I got dusty and struggled again, I started having more super chats coming. I'm back up to $600, and it sucks that most of these YouTubers play a character. So I'm not saying I'm balling. I'm just saying I'm not broke. I mean, I give all my money to MJ, and I've told everybody that MJ has all my money, and she pays all my bills. I'm not in debt. I'm good. But if I don't act like I'm struggling, then nobody, likes my channel. And it sucks I got to do that, but that's just what it is. But now that I'm about to do this FedEx job, I'm just going to go for a different audience. So I'm not going to let the haters on no more. I'm not going to let the miserable people. I'm going to just stick to like the Miss Brazy, even Bebas if he's positive. Scott's going to be blocked if he continues with the ignorance. There's no positivity because I don't need the money in super chats. I'll just go back to $200 a month in ad revenue by having positive people come to my channel. I don't need these people that just want me to crash out. So, I want to share my channel to people. Like, Roy, you can share your channel to your coworker. I can't do that because freaking the haters.
I think we found a new play toy for crashing out, and that's Reese.
Oh yeah, he's gonna make a video about me tomorrow.
Wow.
That's the black community, man.
But no, dude. But congratulations on the job. Hopefully it works out for you.
I can't believe Roy said 2 weeks. Yo, DJ, for real, for you, because you having that back issue, see if you can get a doctor to get you a lidocaine patch for the day.
Let me say this, Bebas. I'm not. I got a case going on right now, but put it like this: put 2 and 2 together. Okay, don't say it out loud. But okay, we just remember, my channel is a character. So just put it like that. I'm good. I was like today just dunking like crazy. My back is killing me though.
So you're saying you're just playing a character on your channel now? It's not the real Dennis?
No, it's the real me, but okay, I exaggerated. Like for example, getting laid. Yes, I haven't got laid since I forgot, like September maybe. But it's my choice. I can get laid tomorrow if I wanted to. I mean, I got chicks in Youngstown. I can say, hey, come stay in NC for like a week or 2. But the thing is, I'm not that guy. I don't care. I'm looking for love. I'm looking for, and Cali girl pretty much ain't, she that ain't gonna happen.
He's LL Cool J.
Okay, bro. Here's a hot tip for you. You can look for love. You can look for love and still smash randos, bro. You can still do that.
I don't do that.
Okay, H-Way. Okay, quit trying to be. The fuck, dude? Like, come on, bro.
No, I don't want to take a chance of getting chick pregnant. On top of that, you got STDs
Oh my
going
gosh,
on. I don't play
that
that
doesn't
game.
happen like that, man. As long as you protect yourself, bro.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want a guy to be safe? Why would I mean? I've been with like in the past like 5 years. I've been with maybe 3 people. Why wouldn't you want a guy to be safe? Why would you encourage a guy to just smash random chicks if he's happy not?
Why? Because that's first of all that's testosterone release. You get that? That's being a man, dude. A man should be attracted to women. A man should want to have sex with women.
I mean, DJ might not want to because it's Pride
I
Month,
don't know.
you
He's
know?
always asking
That
about other
one,
dudes.
the 1 month.
He's always asking about other dudes' meat. So sometimes I
Yeah,
want
the Diddy jokes is crazy.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. But no. It ain't that. It's just true story. I feel like out of respect too for Cali girl, I shouldn't be talking about that on live. She do, but at the same time, I'm a gentleman. I'm not gonna like. We just fresh out of a relationship, even though it's been 9 months. I feel like give it time because
It's
I'm a man that women
been
fall in
long
love
enough.
with.
So
Yeah, I mean,
it's been long enough.
I mean, I would be
You're
mad too. Go ahead.
Did you just say you're a man that women fall in love with?
Oh no, they do. All the women I've been with, it's crazy, and it's just the only two that like I pushed away a little bit, and they went and got somebody else behind my back. Were like, I'm not gonna get into that, but all I'm saying is this: if Cali girl popped up on my live stream with another dude, I would absolutely be hurt. Now I wanted to move on. My thing is, I think let's just move on behind the scenes. I'll find somebody behind the scenes. She finds somebody behind the scenes, and then we can make it public. But one of us and not the other, it's gonna make the other person upset, angry more than it needs to
No.
be.
Well, that
Not
shouldn't be the
me, but
case.
her. Not me,
That
but I'm
shouldn't
talking
be.
about her. You know
Well,
how
wait a
women
minute.
are. They're
If
emotional.
you guys made the mutual decision to go your separate ways, whether you're banging some chick or she's banging some dude, when it comes to you or her, it shouldn't matter to either one of you. You guys made the mutual decision to go your separate ways. So if Dennis chooses to smash another chick, shouldn't hurt her feelings. Same as if she's smashing another dude, shouldn't hurt your feelings. You chose to walk away, right? So
Yeah.
why? What should she be celibate now until her end of her life because Dennis? What? You're making no sense, bro. What's that?
I mean, it's kind of women are emotional, and the thing is, like, she knows this. I forgot what they call the people that are emotionless, but like I used to have emotions, and then I had like a couple deaths too many, my grandmother and my stepdad.
Dude, you still
It
have
caused me to
emotions,
be.
bro.
No, I don't really. I get when I get mad and I yell, I do that for entertainment. Like I'm never mad. Like I'm literally, even with V-Bass, think about it. I'm talking to him right now. After all the stuff he said and all the fake crashing out I do, it's all entertainment. I'm not mad. I'm literally emotionless. I just say what I said. Now I did crash out and I inboxed him like a while ago because he was going too far. But in regards to like yelling and all that, I don't care. Like I don't care. It's like when Reese tried to say I like young girls. Um, I don't whatever. I don't care. It ain't true. So I mean, I don't
That
care. Like
guy's tripping.
it takes a lot. It's just I can't have it on my channel because people that know me are gonna be like, oh my God, but on your channel, nobody that knows me watches your channel. So I'm not gonna be mad about that. I'm literally emotionless. But Roy, you know how YouTube works. These people are like, they want
I I
they want the,
I
the
find it
action.
hard. I find it hard to believe that you're emotionless. And you know why I say that? Because of
Yeah, okay.
the statement you just said prior to that if you saw Cali girl with another dude, you would be hurt. That
Yep.
shows that you have emotions.
You have
That's by your
emotions,
own
man.
No,
words. So
no,
to
I
say you're
said that
emotionless,
if she, not said that if she's watching, but she knows I won't care because it's over. I mean, why would I care? I want her to move on. I told her to move on. I just say that. I'm trying to be, because if I say she'll be emotional, she's going to cuss me out if she's watching this. And, oh my God, you trying to say women are emotional. You're freaking a terrible man. And all this. I just don't want that smoke. But no, she knows I'm not
Well,
going to be emotional.
DJ, you know why women are emotional, right?
Why?
Because they have ovaries, so they overreact.
I didn't know that.
no, personally, I don't know why she would get mad if you were smashing another chick. If you guys, like I said, if it's a mutual thing to move the fuck on, who cares who's smashing who? It's neither one of your business. You both moved on, so who cares?
That's what I
My
say.
ex,
But
one of my exes come in here all the time. You think she's gonna get mad because I'm smashing some fucking chick? No, she don't give a fuck. Like, what the fuck?
You guys aren't
Yeah.
together. So you don't claim
Yeah.
ownership.
Yeah,
on
why
you,
would
man.
you care? You're not together. You're exes.
Yeah.
What
You're
your
not
ex
married or anything.
Yeah, what your ex does in the motherfucking bedroom is between her and whoever she's smashing. It has nothing to do with you.
Right.
I
It
understand
will
that.
bother you a little bit. I mean, it's going to bother. It bothers everyone because someone you share, your life with just a little bit, you're going to feel that, but you get over it. You just got to
Yeah.
let it
Yeah.
pass. It's
Yeah,
how
bro.
you react to it is a problem.
Yeah, you might get your feelings a little hurt because some dude's smashing your old lady, or what used to be your old lady, and you're sitting there jerking your shit off with your hand. Yeah, but yeah. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh no, I got a whole not backup, but I got like something
I
on
know.
deck.
You
that
know
if
what, D-Vaz? I would know the first question he would ask Cali Girl. How big is his meat? That'd be the first question that comes out of his mouth.
His pride is completely handled. It's like his whole persona is like based on that wee wee.
No. Yeah, that's pretty much much thought into the meat. No, it ain't even that deep.
That's what she said, right?
No, she I have options though, if I needed to, but no, I'm good.
Take them up, man. You might as well.
No, I'm a patient man. I don't think with my meat, it ain't that deep. And I'd be making that joke. See, I understand, guys. That's what makes me entertaining. It's just my channel stays at the same numbers as that because I keep, no offense to Vivas or anybody else on the panel, but when y'all be on there, y'all be making people like go away. Like today, I went on my live and there was only like 13 people in the chat. Like I can't be doing that. But I say those jokes. That people are ready for the handyman jokes. Like the mighty powerful handyman, and then the whole having that lady 9 months. It gives men that makes them feel better about their miserable lives. Because they ain't getting laid or they're getting laid by fatties, so they feel
I'd rather be
good
getting
about
laid by
themselves.
a fatty than being laid by my hand.
My own fucking hand, yeah.
No, I'd rather the hand.
Oh my God!
Well, that's because if a girl tries to ride you, a girl tries to ride you, you're gonna snap in half. That's why you can't handle the big girl.
No, I don't like these.
He's gonna snap in half.
I don't.
Yo, that's so funny. Yo, yeah, Queef is right. Yo, when you bring Daniel up and he's not good for your channel, bro. He is he's like a Ski. Oh, look, Ski the Dean is here.
Oh, Ski's in here. Yes, men are the prize, but
it's Ski the Dean because he's Ski who shows the burnt schmeats.
Yeah, who doesn't have no couth, having to show smashing cheeks on a. First of all, I don't even know why you want to live stream smashing cheeks.
He was thinking of Dennis the entire time. That's all I know.
I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that.
He was like, Pride Month. Let's go, DJ. I mean, my rando.
I don't know about that, Ski, but it is what it is, man. If you're listening to Dennis while you're smashing cheeks, bro, no judgment here.
Right? I could not mentally hold a hard on knowing that DJ's on the other side.
That's the last thing I want to hear.
Last thing I want to
hear. You deep in those cheeks, bro, and you hear it. Yeah, I got a new job at FedEx. Yeah, I know, dude. I could do that, bro.
And then I'm making like $25 an hour, and then I got the YouTube money, and then hearing all this shit. Oh, you're getting it in?
Yeah, I could do it. Do you smoke Black and Milds? I have smoked Black and Milds. Yes, I have.
A lot of men are not the prize. I don't know why we keep doing that, man. Like you be giving these bum dudes like for example, no offense to driving the wealth. No, driving the wealth is not the prize. Come on now.
You know what? You guys give too much shit to driving with wealth. Let me explain something to you about the whole driving with wealth thing. Yes, I give them a hard fucking time. But at the same time, don't you guys always complain about black women being too dominant? They only want this, they always want that, they're too aggressive, they're too this. Isn't that what you guys always say about black women?
No, we're talking about the good ones. No,
what I'm saying. Okay, what? No. what? Answer my question. Don't fucking beat around the bush. Isn't that one of the main things black men complain about the most? Black women being too aggressive. They only want this. They only want that. They're not into loving their men. They're not into this. Isn't that what a lot of black men say about black women? Yes or no?
Yeah, to us,
Okay.
he's
So
white.
now you have a black woman that's actually willing to step out of that mold of what you guys consider black women to be, to actually take care of a man, pay the bills, be happy, and this and that.
No,
And then
no,
you
no,
guys,
no. She's
and
not
then
taking
you
care of
guys,
him.
and then you guys are on there telling her that she needs to be the type of woman that you as black men don't like. Does that make any sense?
No, Roy, she's not taking care of him. That's the point. They're on section. They're living in a welfare house. They're not paying no rent, and she's getting food stamps. He doesn't pay nothing. The government takes care of him. That's what makes it worse because the kids are literally getting punished for the mom's choice,
The kids are
and it
getting
ain't
punished.
right.
That
How
sounds
are
like
the
they're
kids?
living good.
Because
Wait a minute.
that
How are
house
the
is supposed
kids?
to be.
Okay, explain something to me. How are the kids being punished? They have a male figure in the house. I would hope DTW acts like a
Nope.
male should when it comes to doing that kind of stuff. It doesn't matter about who's paying the bills or whatever. As long as the kids are happy, the kids are being fed. Yes. Could it be done a different way? Of course. But the goal of the whole thing is to have a happy. The whole thing is to have a happy family, right? We need to get back to the family life. And yes, if they're struggling or whatever the case may be, as long as they're happy and they're a family, shouldn't that be what matters?
No, because first off, this is the problem. This is why Reese's out here because you have crack babies, you have babies that are victims to terrible parenting. You gotta understand, you are putting your young girls in a house with an alcoholic weed smoker who literally doesn't want to go get a job. And if
Come
at any
on.
moment the government, they
What
check
the
the house to make sure no man is living there. When they find out he's living there because she's freaking irresponsible, they're gonna kick everybody out. You immediately get a 3-day notice and you get kicked out. Nowhere to go other than a homeless shelter. And this driver gonna pick up the slack, which he should be just working that way when she does get kicked out, because they're gonna find out because he's too lazy to like leave. When they find out, he should have enough money stacked up for her to have a nice or decent place. But no, they're gonna be out in the street. Driver's probably gonna leave, and that's gonna be another black woman with 2 kids out struggling. And
you
that's
out?
the reason why it frustrates me
All right.
because
I'll
that's
do
the
it.
flight of the black kids. Shout out to B-Bass. But that's the flight of the black kid. You're just cursed with terrible parents.
What makes you think she's a terrible parent?
Once again, because she has her kid with an alcoholic drunk who's high. And they're in welfare housing that if once the government finds out, they do the inspection every so often, randomly, they find out he's living there, she gets evicted within 3 days. They literally put a 3-day notice. I know all kinds of women that got caught up in this. My sister, multiple times, got caught up having a man in the house because they try to hide the clothes in the closet. And then they see men clothes and they take pictures, they write it up, and you get evicted if you don't have a good excuse. So you're not allowed to have a man living there, only your kids and you. And that's the
I
point.
don't know. I to be honest with you, I can't speak on that because I really don't know how that shit works. So
Yeah, I
if you
used to
say
live in a
something-
hood.
if
Yeah,
you
that's
say
how it
something,
works.
I don't.
Yeah, they do an inspection for the welfare houses. They do an inspection, and if they find out a man is living there,
in the meantime, shouldn't we just let them do what they got to do as long as they're happy? Shouldn't we just allow that for now?
no, because she's not happy. She says she's not happy. He won't stop. He's like a cope. Like he literally, because she, I guess, wants to like he keeps her mellow. But the thing is, like, you gotta understand, Roy. He literally is a bad influence for those kids to be around because he's going to be gone. He's not staying. He doesn't want to get a job. He's never going to get a job. So you got to understand that man is going to be out of that house soon. And that's going to be another man that the kids are going to have in and out of their lives. And white kids don't deal with this as much as we do. This is a black thing that like our women will put kids around multiple men because all they care about is dick. The only thing he's offering is dick. Like he's been there since like freaking December, has not thought about getting a job yet. And we literally begged him and did application for him and everything, and he still ain't got a job. So that's the reason why I'm saying this is sick and nasty for a woman to put a kid around this. And this is the plight of the black community, man. And hopefully she gets rid of them soon and finds the real. There's so many real men who will be around him or would take her up.
How do you know that though? How do you know?
But because women can have all kinds of men. Like women have all kinds of options. Women can literally just, spread her legs and a million men are going to come up inside of her. But
Yeah,
instead
but
they're
that don't
gonna
mean
choose the worst men.
But that don't mean they're willing to be a stepdaddy. Yeah, though, sure, she can find hundreds of men that'll pump and dump her, but that don't mean she's gonna find shit ton of men that are willing to be stepdaddy to 2 kids.
Yeah. Well, keep in mind, you keep in mind that 50% of black men earn over 50,000 and are single, and they're not being chosen. That's the point. The 25% of black men, including myself, we account for over 70% of the babies. And that's the point. Our women got to pick better, and our women continue choosing the 25%, the losers who shouldn't be in another relationship until they got their stuff together. That's why I won't get my stuff together. That's called being a man. When I did the Cali girl thing, when I went to visit, she was able to afford to have a relationship with me. It was her choice. No kids. She earned enough. I made enough. We were good. But he's in a situation that those kids don't deserve that. So it hurts me inside just seeing kids because I had to deal with that. After my stepdad passed away because my mom went to continue dating drug dealers only. It's just something the women do in our community. Would you be with a woman that would would you if you got lucky and met like a millionaire, a hot chick on the strip, y'all became friends, she wanted to be with you and she wanted to take care of you, would you do that?
Would I do that?
Yeah.
I don't know. It would. There's a lot of depends on that. There's a lot of depends. I would never put 100. I would never put myself in a position to where I couldn't take care of myself should something go south. I never want to be put in that position again to where if I have to rely on somebody 100% in order to survive. I wouldn't want to do that because there's no guarantees. There's no guarantees. If I met the $1 million chick, yeah, maybe we get along for 2 years, and then maybe she decides I don't want to be in here anymore, and boom, and then I'm stuck living on the street or something like that. I would never put myself in that position. So I would probably have something to where I would, have some kind of job or something to. I wouldn't just rely on. Yeah, we see that with women like stay-at-home moms. You know what I'm saying? The man leaves and then they're stuck with nothing. So.
Yeah,
but then again, I could get her with spousal support too. It works both ways. So if I'm stay-at-home dad, I can get alimony from her as well. So it is possible that I could do that as well. So
no, absolutely. That's the reason why. So a lot of men are doing that now, and they're getting that spousal support. I personally probably wouldn't want to because there's a lot of control that the women will want to have in your life to where you won't be able to be a man, but you got everything you want. And it's usually women who come clean for those. Usually women in their 50s. They usually start in their 50s after they're getting divorced by like a millionaire man. Their husband was a millionaire, and now she's looking for like a young guy, but her young guy's like a 30, 40-year-old guy, and she would literally take care of him, do everything because she's set. And it's just, I mean, I don't want nobody that old, kind of dusty, not moving the same, but yeah, man, I think that just to put a bow on that driving the wealth, I don't have any issue with it. Just it's the context of this. I'm tired of seeing kids growing up in toxic situations. So with me, that's the reason why with me, with my son and even my daughter, that situation, I was able to save the kids because my son absolutely needed me. He used to be emotional. We just laughed about it 2 days ago in my live. He was so freaking emotional about losing basketball games and stuff because he didn't know how to lose. And then I get into his life, I fixed it. But situation is kids deserve dads. And I think there's too many good guys women can have to be settling for bums. And like with me, I'm taking myself off the dating market right now because even though I can date, I got enough and everything to date, but I'm not trying to put myself in a situation of struggle. And now I got to spend time with her. I got to spend money that I don't want to spend right now because I got a business. So that's the only reason why I do the whole handyman joke. I don't do none of that. I'm just chilling. I'm just
All right,
doing me.
hold it down for a minute. I gotta take a piss.
If you good. But yeah, Conquistador said, is she willing to put me in her will? That's it, the key question. So Conquistador, most women that would do that, it ain't about you being in a will. You would marry them and you wouldn't have a prenup. Now, if you have a prenup, then she's gonna guarantee you a certain amount of stuff. So she's not gonna like run game on you, like, you know, like bounce you out the house. You get nothing. You're gonna get enough to get by. Um, and it depends on how much wealth she has. Like I had a woman when I was in Vegas. I told you the story already about the lawyer who I met on Tinder and I raised her all the way up. Not really gamed her up, but more of like just me being me. Had her all like ready to like meet me and go out to eat. And I remember she wanted to go downtown to the strip or down to the strip to eat at like one of these expensive like Asian places that would have been like $200. But then I didn't respond and she texted back and said, hey, how about we go to this place instead? It's right where you live at South Point. So that meal now is going to be like $50, $60 total. And, I, you know, blew her off and I wrote her and said, hey, you're probably a nice woman, but I'm not ready for this. You don't deserve somebody at my level. Then at the time, I was only making 50, 60 a year. And I felt like I wasn't good enough. But then I got her message, even though I deleted Tinder, I got her message after the fact. She's like, I don't care about your money. I got money. I make my money. I'm not judging you, And she brought up the fact that something about like a guy who's a school teacher making 50 a year. His wife makes like 450,000 a year. He just kept his job just because it was his passion to teach. But in reality, um, she wasn't judging him. And she was putting me in that situation. Like, you shouldn't be thinking about all that. And, you know, she was like kind of masculine looking in regards to like she had like strong features to where she was kind of like you could tell she probably ran track or something and she was like real strong. Probably paid her way through school with that. And she looked like she was kind of intimidating. I think that was also a flag for me to say no, because I thought she was like, but she really was a sweet woman.
Okay, I got a
But
question for
fumbled that. Go ahead. I didn't know
Do
you came
you
back.
think do you think if the laws started to change to where you know how women kind of when there's a divorce involved, women pretty much win out on the divorce. You know what I'm saying? That the women are the ones that benefit the most from divorces. If you think those laws started to change, do you think there would be more marriages and more people staying together for that family unit if the laws started to change that women weren't the only ones that benefited from divorce?
I think common sense. I think common sense laws. So like if there's no reason, like he didn't cheat, you have no proof of him cheating. He didn't hit you, he didn't do nothing. Because it's 2025, you can record abuse. You can literally get like small cameras that you can record abuse. Like there's no excuse not have no proof they did something. Like so I think that if you don't have no proof of nothing, you don't get nothing. But you get half of whatever you made together. Like if he didn't have nothing and then y'all got together, or and then he, got married and then he became a professional like athlete or something, then I think she should get half or whatever. Because I think the same way with the woman, in reality, men can get more out of a marriage if a woman earns more. Like if Kylie girl, if I would have we got married, I would have divorced her in California, she would have had to give me spousal support. She would have been tied. But men, we don't require that. We don't even try to get it because it's not really manly. But we're playing ourselves. You see more men, like you see Offset, he did it. This other athlete did it, or this Offset's a rapper, but this athlete did it because their wife made more money than them, and they filed for spousal support. But everybody gave him hell. But he said straight up, like women do it to us. Y'all don't complain, so let's do it to them because Cardi B's worth over 100 million.
Let's say the laws changed to where when you got a divorce, you get what you came in the relationship with and you leave with what you came in the relationship with. Do you think that would stop a lot of this a lot of divorces, a lot of shit like that?
That question specifically, yes, absolutely.
So you think that would stop a lot of this like gold digging divorce stuff? That if they change the laws to where, okay, you came into the relationship with this, he came into a relationship with that, that's what you both leave with. And like you said, that if you built something together, then you split what you built together, but he still keeps his original and she still keeps her original. Do you think that would stop a lot of divorces?
Uh, yes, but no, because only a small few of divorces are because of gold diggers. So I think that a lot of divorces happen because
Well, no, it's not about the gold digging. It's about that they benefit from being divorced. They get the spousal support, they get the child support, they get alimony, they get all the benefits. They get the house, they get the cars, they get all this other shit that's awarded to them when they came into a relationship where the man was the main provider and had everything, and they're taking half his shit. Now, if the laws were changed that she's not able to get half his shit when she first initiates the relationship with him, do you think that would change the amount of divorces?
yeah, absolutely.
Let me
Absolutely.
put a little easier to you. Do you think a woman that enters into a relationship with a man that has his own house, his own cars, a large sum of money, if he has that, do you think she deserves half just because she chose to be in a relationship with him or marry him? Do you feel that she deserves half his shit?
No, not at all. Not at all.
But that's
Only the
how it's
stuff they
set.
accumulated. Only thing they
But that's
accumulated
how it's
together.
set up. But that's how it's set up now, is that she comes into a marriage with a man that has all this. She gets married, she divorces him, and then she gets half his shit. So it incentivizes women to get divorced, correct?
Yeah, but it ain't hard to get a prenup. Men just don't do it.
Well, men don't do it because there's a trust issue there. I feel a lot of men don't do the prenup shit because it hurts the woman's feelings. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying.
Yo, yeah, but I would tell them they gotta do it anyway. I gotta get that anyway.
Okay, so
I
let's
went,
say you were going to get married and you said, okay, you need to sign this prenup or we don't get married. She says, I'm not signing it. Do you dump her at that point? Would you dump her at that point?
absolutely, because she's not being reasonable. And thanks. I would set it up to where, see, here's the thing. Most of the men who have money, they don't go without the prenup. It's only dudes who literally are naive, and it ain't that many. Most people have prenups, and if you don't have a prenup, it's usually whatever you make together.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
average man making, let's say, 100 grand, he ain't talking about a prenup. You know what I'm saying? He's not thinking prenup. And he's thinking, whatever. Now, if we're talking a motherfucker with $50 million, yeah, I can see the prenup shit. But if we're talking your basic 60 to 70, $100,000 a year guy, he's not thinking about doing a prenup, bro.
Sorry about that, Roy. This guy always talks and makes these corny jokes, man. He won't just let me go. No, say that one more time now.
I said, we're not talking like millionaires. If you got $50 million, I can see the prenup. But your average guy making 75 to, let's say, 75 to 100 grand, he's not thinking prenup type shit, bro. He's not thinking, you know what I'm saying? So
He doesn't really give. I don't think he gives much though. Like those guys, they don't give that much away. I mean, it ain't enough that um, it's literally destroying
what do you
them.
mean it's not enough? Let's say you make 100 grand a year, Dennis. You have your own house. You have more than one car. You have, you're making your 100 grand a year. You take on this woman that has nothing, or let's say she works at McDonald's making 30 grand, and you guys get married, and then she decides to divorce you. She gets she may get your house. You may have to sell your house to give her half of the money from the house, sell your cars. Is that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, my thing is, I think when it comes down to in this country as a whole, I think we have to stop. What is it called? No fault divorce, to where women can literally just say, "I woke up and I'm not in love with you no
Yeah,
more."
exactly.
I think we got if we stop that, ultimately we got to stop being kids. I mean, when it comes down to it, everything that's causing this country harm is childish. Like the way we're raising our kids, we think because we're adults, we can raise our kids a certain way, and their kids are being raised the wrong way. You have this whole marriage situation. You being able to like be a child when it's convenient, but then you want to be adult. Just like false accusations, just like crime. Everything in this country is going down because we are treating people like kids 1 minute, and then when it benefits them to be an adult, we go back to treating them like adult. I think we got to just put our foot down and stop allowing this to
What
happen. This chaos to happen.
what is your take on social media playing a huge part in the way society has been moving forward?
I think it increased degeneracy, and it's not going to go away. I think it's good because you can share and we can network, and we're excelling as a race. But I mean, as a animal species. But in regards to like, because it's only the Western world that's engaged in ignorance. Because in China and all these other places, they got it under control. I mean, you're only allowed to do so much. So I think we got to have social media, but I think there need to be some type of limit on it. It can't be a free for all. You can't be on there um, doing illegal crime. Like you shouldn't be allowed on there threatening people, acting like you're in a gang. You shouldn't be allowed to do. I think women should be allowed to sell themselves just like men if they choose to. I think we should be free to do all that, but I think all like the ignorance somehow we gotta get rid of it. Like
Okay,
threatening.
well, let's look at back in the old days,
Yeah.
40s, 50s, 60s, even up to the 70s, when the family unit was strong. There wasn't no social media. The country was on track. Everybody, the family units were strong. Most people were married. They stayed married for life, blah, blah, blah. Up until now that we got social media, now the divorce rate is fucking over 50%.
Yeah.
Kids out of wedlock is fucking huge. Single momhood is huge. This and that. So, would you say that social media has been a huge impact in the degeneracy and the losing of the values compared to what we used to have back in the 40s, 50s, 60s?
I don't think it's social media. I think it's women movements because you have more conservative men now who are going back to like traditional values because of social media. But I think like with women, it's really just women. Social media has ruined women because women used to respect themselves more. They valued being, innocent, being a virgin. That was attractive. That was special. That meant something. Now, because of social media, you're right. I think when it comes to women, um, it kind of messed them up because ultimately, if you're naked and you're smashing a bunch of dudes, no man is gonna take you serious. You're gonna be nothing more than just a chick to smash, no matter how hot you is.
Okay, so you're saying social media has ruined women
Yeah,
versus
we're women,
ruining
not guys.
Okay.
Yeah, because you look at it, most men who are like popping on streaming apps are usually conservative or they're usually doing some type of entertainment. Nothing's changed. It's just the women are out of control. You don't really have too many men acting. Um, I mean, men do act crazy. You have pranksters and all that. You do have degeneracy, especially with younger kids. But when it comes to like actual men, I think that it's helping because we're actually becoming more conservative, being more traditional. We're able to see what's going wrong. I just think when it comes down to in America, we have to have social media. I just think we need to put it on lock and not allow anybody to just do it. It should be limits.
But most men have already, for the most part, been conservative. You haven't really got into the. I think the single motherhood has caused more of an issue when it comes to men nowadays than because most men, in my opinion, are conservative. It's the ones that have been raised by single mothers. They're more emotional. They're more, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to say like fairy type.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I think with single motherhood, I think a lot of that is once again, that's the reason why I was going in on, I'm not gonna say his name again, but that individual because he's the cause of that. Because you have weak men who can't just like keep their pecker in their pants and stop. Because you gotta remember, Roy, you have to earn. Yeah, yes, you would have like whores that you would like sleep with. Yes, they're always been here, but you had to earn sex back in the day. You had to at least have money, take them out to eat, wine and dine them. You had to offer something. Now, as a man, you don't have to offer no value. And I think, a lot of that is, um, social media made it easier for men to like just be hot, whatever, like look hot, or look, had a bad boy look, and just turn women into whores. Slut makers turn them into single mothers, and they bounce, and the women continue to cycle. So I think you're absolutely right in regards to that. Single mothers, like literally, because you gotta remember, white folks, y'all didn't care about the single mother situation because you didn't have that being a norm. Like that's that teen mom show. That's rare for a chick to be a teen mom. In our community, though, it's nothing. That you always have a chick who's like 14 years old with a baby on the way. But in your community, it's like, oh my God, she really, without a dad. So yeah, I mean, single mother until we fix that. And that's why I go so hard on that because I just hate seeing kids growing up with, you know, without a father, especially unless the mother, the man died and died in war or just didn't work out. But to not have a dad for a child, no. That's the reason I stepped up for my daughter. I didn't
But how
have
can
to.
you? But how are you going to get to where more men are willing to take on the role where you have a single mother? Let's say it's single mother of two. How are you going to convince guys to even involve themselves in those type of women?
Consequences. So right now, for example, Trump with this whole 2 year and 2 years of welfare programs, and then after that, if you're an able-bodied woman, you have to go to work. If you don't go to work, you lose your benefits. So it's going to cause for better pussy management, I call it, because men are going to now, or women going to now have to choose better. If they already got kids by Tyrone, they know good and dang on well he ain't gonna be there the third time. So she's gonna have to choose a better guy. And if she has two kids, she's gonna maybe go get her body right, work out, or be more submissive and actually, beg for that guy like they used to back in the day. Like you had 3 or 4 kids, you were begging for a dude that can, come in and save you. To come, Captain Sabo was the real thing. Now you don't have Captain Sabos are literally not respected like they used to be because these women they get everything given by the government. So I think Trump with this whole 2 year and then you off, that's gonna help because now women are gonna choose men who have jobs.
Yeah.
Like you should be getting laid before, like you get laid, of course. But I'm saying you should always get laid before. No offense to John Roloff. You should get laid before him. Okay, like he shouldn't even be because you don't got no money. Because Laura, you remember 20 years, 15 years ago, even 10 years ago, if you were a broke bum, you were literally clowned because you were only smashing overweight women because they let you play video games and drive their car while they at work. Otherwise, you wasn't getting no pussy.
I don't know. I
Now these
don't believe
chicks,
that. I don't necessarily believe that, bro. Because we've seen some ugly motherfuckers with some nice looking women. So I don't
they
think
got money.
I don't think the looks and the money really has much to do with it, bro. I think it's the morals that you've been raised up with and the type of shit you've been raised makes more. I don't know, man. Like I said, I think everything is so fucked up right now. I don't see anything getting better, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean you gotta look at like even now with my channel, I'm trying to like get back into being positive and trying to like, I got this job and trying to make things work. And you still have people, negative, angry, and mad. I think we live in a delusional world to where people just no
But
matter what
okay,
you do.
but listen, but you would say you're a good guy, right?
Yeah.
Should you have to, you're a good guy, you know how to treat a woman, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you feel that you should have to make $150,000, $450,000 a year just to be able to have a woman? Do you think that makes any fucking sense? You're a great guy, right?
No, it depends on the woman. I feel like you should make at least 40,000 a year if you're single to get a woman. I think you should make enough to like, you know, take care of a kid just in case you get a kid pregnant. So that's the reason why 13 years, no babies, because I can't afford one right now. Now I prefer, even though Cali Girl didn't have a kid, I prefer single moms because usually with single mothers, maybe no more than like 2 kids because they're more mature. They're usually like, and they gotta have a job. They can't be like looking for Prince Charming, but they're usually more mature. They usually understand life to where we both work enough to where, I do the majority of the bill paying. And, say I'm making 40,000 a year, she's making like 20 a year. 60,000 is decent enough money with, 2 kids might be pushing a little bit, but 1 kid, you're doing good. But um, when you date a single woman, it's a little bit different because they have higher aspirations that are sometimes delusional to where they want to buy a house in 5 years and all this stuff like that. At this point, if you're not there, go find somebody that's on your level. So I think just get on that level, within your level. Like I'm not gonna date a chick who, has no kids, single, and she's on like magazines because it's gonna take a higher amount of money. But if she's single with no kids and she's like simple, then yeah. So you usually got to date within your tax bracket.
All right. Well, I'm gonna end this. I decided it'd be a good conversation.
No, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm about to try to get
no,
another hour
yeah,
in. Appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, not a problem. Cool. I
All
appreciate
right,
you, man.
man. Talk to you
I'll
later,
see
man.
you.
Appreciate
All right,
you. Yeah, bye, man.
But yeah, guys, that initial what started this initially, that was just some crazy shit that I saw today. I can't believe people think like that, shit like that. So I can't believe so many people are against trying to make our country better. That's what really pisses me off. That you got somebody who's actually trying to make the fucking country better, and people are fighting against making our country better. I don't fucking understand it. It's fucking crazy to me. It's fucking crazy to me. But I just don't get it. I just really don't. What's up, Yep? How's it going, man? Yeah, you blue bitches. I didn't know your wrench got taken away. I thought you're a member anyway, so I guess you can still be kicked out if you're a member. I don't think you can. Like children, you just leave them be. What happened to the things you both accumulated together? When is he going to answer the question? I don't know. But yeah, I just think that shit I saw today was just kind of fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? It just seems like there's so many people against our country that they're trying to fight against making our country better, man. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. You got people advocating for fucking criminals. You got fucking cities that fucking treat criminals better than they treat the victims. And then you got people out here saying that, I'd rather do this, or I think, what the fuck is wrong with people? Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? They vote for this kind of behavior, or they vote for these kind of agendas. I don't understand it. How can you vote for somebody who wants to give your criminals more rights than they give a fucking victim? What kind of mindset do you have to be that kind of a person? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? And that goes back to the illegal fucking aliens. You got people advocating that these people broke the law. They come in here. They're really not contributing all that much to the country. And yet motherfuckers are advocating for that shit. It's like, what the fuck? I don't get it. I do not get it. I really don't. It's fucking crazy to me. Oh yeah, I'm sure they are, yep. But that just goes back to what I'm saying. Like, you got people out there advocating for these people though, bro. You got people out there saying, yeah, go ahead and do this kind of stuff. Go out there, protest, go do this, go do that. Like, what the fuck? The fuck is this? You got people advocating for it. No one needs kind of crazy shit. It's fucking crazy, man. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get that people have worked in this country or raised in this country, worked in this country, and then they're willing to sit there and say they'd rather have an illegal doing something that is, oh my God. Yeah, it was crazy. I don't know, like Reese, I don't know what the fuck he was smoking. I think Reese was on. But Reese was crazy. I'm gonna talk to Reese tomorrow. Like, what the fuck is wrong? What was that, bro? It was good. It was busy. It kept it exciting. But yeah, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. And I know I'm gonna hurt some feelings. I know that individual probably gonna get his feelings hurt. I know, but it is what it is. You know, I'm sharing my fucking opinion. You know, so but sit there and say that to me it's crazy. It's just fucking crazy. But I appreciate everybody that came in tonight. I'm sure we'll get some good comments and some possible bad comments. And I'm a hater, or I'm a racist, or I'm all this other bullshit that, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I'm gonna run around the internet. I'll say who's doing what, who's where, and I might pop on some lives if somebody's doing live. So you guys have a great rest of your night. Appreciate you guys showing up, having a good time. Hope it was interesting. Thanks for the super chats, Scott Hall, Jackie. I always appreciate. You guys know I appreciate that. Don't forget, guys, we're gonna have a celebratory birthday live stream on my birthday. So you guys are more than welcome to come share some carrot cake with me. I'll be eating the carrot cake. You guys will have to watch me eat the carrot cake. It's delicious. Carrot cake is the best cake. So yeah, we're gonna have that. That's gonna be at the end of the month. We'll be doing that. But as always, I appreciate the super chats, guys. Thanks for coming in and supporting the channel. You guys know it's all love here. So you guys have a great night. Talk to you later. Yeah.